Hello and welcome to the All Night Gamers podcast, episode 213. Hi, hello, hi. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us for another edition of the show. Sorry, maybe missed last week. Life gets in the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody decided to get sick.
Yeah, it's rough. You know, I really miss the ease of COVID. Like COVID just causing there to never be any plans ever to do anything.
I
So
mean, at least you
scheduling
only
wasn't
missed
an
1 week.
issue.
I'd say at least you only missed one. Like we all missed 1 week. I missed two because I had the flu the last time
Oh
we
yeah.
had a
Oh
show.
yeah.
So I'm really out of the loop.
Yeah, but I mean, you didn't miss anything last week since we weren't here.
That's what I'm saying though. Like we missed last week, all of us. But then before that, the last show we had, I missed because I had the stupid flu.
Kyle doesn't even know what he missed.
True.
That is true.
They missed me not going first for the fourth week in a row.
That is true.
That's what he missed.
That's why
Which
you're
now
on
that
here.
Kyle's back, you'll go first.
I'm not the catalyst for him screwing us over. Shame on
Screw-
you for saying that.
That's crazy.
Well, this is awkward because I'm the host, but happy birthday to me, belated. Also, happy
Yeah.
birthday to Kyle, belated.
Yeah.
Happy
Yay,
belated
Oh.
both of us.
Valentine's Day as well. Lots of stuff that we
Yeah.
missed out on last week.
No, happy birthday, Kyle, too.
Okay,
That's my
I
guy.
heard it.
Oh, my fault.
Y'all were all cheering for him, so I got it covered up a little bit. But
Woo, yeah, Kyle! Yeah!
Yay!
How old are you now, Kyle? 21, right?
21, yeah.
Oh,
Legal
yeah.
drinking age.
Can you get out of my room, please?
No.
I'm not in your room.
I'm in
No,
your
this
walls.
little,
I'm in your
this-
walls.
I'm in your walls, though.
This adorable little kitty
We all
cat
have
needs to get
point
out of my
brain
room.
cells.
Otherwise, she's gonna be playing with my mic in the middle of the show. All right, continue. I'm sorry.
Well, can confirm 27 doesn't feel like anything.
Yeah, no, I like everyone that asked me like, "Oh, how does it feel? How do you feel?" I was like, "Bro, it
same?
feels literally the exact same as the day before. Like, I don't feel different in the slightest."
Oh, yeah.
I felt different because I could finally go, here, give me this beer. Now you have
yeah.
to.
The fact that I can go out and buy alcohol to cook with now, pretty great. Because before I used to have to get my parents to go get it, so now I can I can go get a beer
Be
if I
able to
want. I
cook.
can go get some
Yeah.
alcohol to cook with. I can, if I'm hanging out with friends, I can get a drink. So that's pretty cool. But in terms of like how I feel about it, I feel the exact same. I just know that I'm older now.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I
kind
know
of
that
how
I'm
it
just
is,
a year.
though, every year.
I'm a year closer to
Yeah.
dying.
Closer to dying. I don't get any cool news like insurance or not being in the draft anymore. Last year was a big year. That's
Yeah.
maybe why this feels so empty. There's nothing really changing about me. I just feel slightly
You're
angrier,
older. Yeah.
Yeah.
more
Okay,
bitter
but
as a
that could-
person.
Hey, your age.
That could happen
The
regardless,
continual
though.
Bother
Yeah.
you slightly more.
Hey, your
Yeah.
age is divisible by 9, though. That's pretty cool.
Young people and new things bother me ever so slightly more than they used to.
Exactly.
Can't wait till like I can barely feel it now because I still don't really care, but I can't wait to figure out what birthday where I'm officially like I fucking hate kids. Like not kids as in like screaming crying 2-year-olds, but kids as in like
but like
teenagers. I hate
teenagers.
teenagers.
Yeah.
I don't hate
Teenagers.
kids. I hate teenagers. I want to see what birthday does that happen at?
True.
Well,
I mean,
for my mom and dad, it was whenever Brendan first became a teenager. And then even more so whenever I became a teenager.
Yeah, I guess I would already hate teenagers now if I just had more exposure to them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
True.
I mean, over the summer, whenever they're not even teenagers yet. They're still fucking like preteen, like 8 through 12. But over the summer,
Tween.
whenever I was working, yeah, tween. Over the summer, whenever I was working the summer camp, and I had to deal with
Oh, yeah.
all those kids. Oh my god, they pissed me off so bad. The shit that they find funny now, I mean, granted, we found stupid stuff funny
We
too,
found stupid. Yeah.
but like, it's just the dumbest stuff.
I still remember the story you told me about the kid hitting the other kid with the pouch.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
I can't
good.
even remember what it said at this point. It was like Skibbity Ohio.
I think it was
Ribs or
like
some shit
Skibby or
like
something.
that.
Yeah, something stupid on it.
And dude, yeah, it was the dumbest group of
Dude, it's so
kids
funny
I'd
though.
ever seen. I don't know. Like obviously, our generation had stupid
I was
shit
gonna
that we
say I
liked
can't get mad at them
and
because I was a
watched
dumb
as
kid
well, but
too.
Yeah,
I mean, we had
exactly.
fucking like Ugandan Knuckles and Vine,
Oh,
all of
yeah.
Vine. It's just
I'm very proud
like
of the fact that I hated Ugandan Knuckles.
Not saying.
I think
honestly
Tuttle
didn't
radio
know
deffed
enough
it
about it
for
to
me
really
like
say.
instantly.
I didn't really know. Like I watched the video one time. Everything else I knew about Uganda Knuckles was because I had heard it from like other people.
Yeah, it was against my will.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob, if you're listening to this, just know I hated every time you said, "Do you know Dway?" 7 or 8 years ago, made me
Doesn't he
boil.
still say that occasionally?
I mean,
What'd you say?
yeah, like as a remember that
Prob-
meme sort of thing,
probably
but like
ironically,
not as
yeah.
a haha, this is the currently happening meme or whatever.
Yeah.
There was something that I said to one of my coworkers the other day that I just wanted to see, like, if they remembered it or like knew what it was. I can't remember what I said. It was like some stupid meme from whenever we were kids. Oh, it might have been like the croissant, like, oh, you made me drop my croissant video.
Oh yeah, croissant.
Oh yeah.
Croissant, yeah. But I
Oh
can't
yeah,
remember if
that
that was
no,
what it
I
was.
know what you're talking about now. I was thinking about the
Oh, the
cartoon thing.
Vine.
Yeah, that man, you made me drop my
Yeah.
croissant.
Yeah, that one. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's good.
sure that might have been it. But yeah, I was just like trying to see if I could get a rise out of him. Turns out I could not. He had no idea what the hell I was talking about for a minute.
Oh damn.
Well, yeah, there you go. First news of the day is not game related. We are older now,
We're just
slightly.
old.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, late Valentine's Day as well. Tomb Raider
Oh,
4,
yeah.
5, and 6 remastered, all released on Valentine's Day, just like 1, 2, and 3 did last year on the same day.
Oh,
Not
yeah?
sure why
Good
Lara
marketing
Croft is
gimmick.
going to be the Valentine's Day reference. I think I see where you're going with that. Whoever owns you now, I'm afraid to say. I don't know.
She gets passed around a lot.
What?
Whoa,
What?
whoa! Watch your
Please
language
do
there,
not
bud.
say that.
That's a great way to put it.
Devious.
Am I wrong though?
No. It's completely factual. It's just word choice.
Tomb Raider is owned by
Phrasing?
We had this
Prin-
discussion like a couple weeks
Eidos
ago, maybe 3 weeks
Interactive
ago.
owns Crystal Dynamics now, and then they made the small dev team Asper make the remasters,
Okay.
and then all Crystal Dynamics did was put their this does not like their diss message of the classic games and how it does not represent values and how it's racist. Like it's a bad companies put their message at the beginning, but this one's pretty bad.
About how the original games were racist?
Yeah.
I
Hold
did
on.
not know that was a thing. I don't know anything about Tomb
I
Raider,
also
to
did
be
not
fair.
know that was
Raider game.
I feel like the most I know about Tomb Raider is from
Okay, I got it. I got what Crystal
The
Dynamics put in it.
Escapist. The Escapist videos where he's like, Lara Croft has been I'm trying to remember the way you say it. It's like she's been in her training, bro, for the last 3 games. When are we gonna see her be full fledged Tomb Raider?
That sounds like him. Or
This
excuse me, Second Wind. No.
So here's what shows at the beginning of the first 3 remasters. I don't know if it's in 4, 5, and 6, so that I own it but I haven't opened it. The games in this collection contain offensive depictions of people and cultures rooted in racial and ethnic prejudice. These stereotypes are deeply harmful, inexcusable, and do not align with the values at Crystal Dynamics. Rather than removing the content, we have chosen to present it here in its original form unaltered in the hopes that we may acknowledge its harmful impact and learn from it.
That's pretty cool.
So they basically said,
But
"Yeah, we know this is racist. Here you go, look at it."
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
don't
say
know.
that just sounds like
Usually,
corporate speak for don't be mad at us. We know there's stuff.
Yeah.
These like, hey, by the way, guys,
know
these
it's
games
there.
were developed 20 years ago. Cut us some slack. Back
I
off,
do
man.
appreciate
We
them
didn't
not
write these
sweeping it
games.
under the rug, though.
Yeah, I mean, it is better to
That's
just be
true.
like,
They didn't sweep it.
we get it.
I
It's-
mean, it
it's-
feels more like though that their new bosses told them, "Hey, we're remastering the old ones because we want money."
Yeah,
You
And
know they
Chris
will sell.
Crystal Dynamics doesn't really
their
like the
bosses were trying to
original
make, he was
6
trying a
games.
way to make people not mad at us when we do this thing that no one really wants
I
to have
mean,
happen.
Yeah.
realistically, I wouldn't be surprised if this is just kind of talking out of thin air, but if Mother 3 were to ever get actually ported over, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of message that came out a lot because there's like trans jokes or something in there, right?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think so. That sounds right.
but all you'd have to do is do like they kind of did with Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Be like, it's here, it's happening. Get over it.
Bruh,
Instead,
Mhm.
me too, for real.
Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii releases in just a few days. This Friday, to be exact. Our download station game of the week is in tie into that. We'll come back to that in a little bit.
True.
But yeah, that comes out this Friday. That's exciting. I know Alex is just bubbling, waiting for it to come out.
Yes.
Foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, do you already have it pre-downloaded? Have they opened that yet?
They open it on the 19th.
I knew you would know. If it wasn't already downloaded, you'd know exactly when you can.
Have you played the
I've beat the demo.
Okay, I was gonna ask. Dang.
It took me 30 minutes. The demo is
Oh, that's a
not
lot shorter than I
nearly as
thought.
long
Yeah.
as Infinite Wealth.
and
Because
also
Infinite
doesn't.
Wealth let you do a couple of the side quests, and this one's just mostly combat. But you can play the rhythm minigame for the bar, and you can play baseball, and you can play some of the like shogi and blackjack and stuff mini games.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that demo's sole purpose is just to be like, hey guys, here's that pirate combat you were questioning about. Here's how you can like just play this to get you
Exactly, that's
confirmation
what
that
it.
there is pirate combat.
That's the big part of the demo. How does the ship battle work?
I've been liking the memes about this game. I've seen a bunch that were just like, man, I wish a new pirate game would come out. That'd be really like an actually good multiplayer pirate combat game would come out. And
Bro,
the
just play
reaction
Sid
image is
Meier's
just
Pirate.
like the Yakuza series for some stupid reason.
True.
Play Sid Meier's Pirates and you're good to go.
No.
Wait, was that Skull and Bones?
No, it's Sid
This is
Meier's
called
Pirates.
That's an
Pirates,
insult
yeah.
to Sid Meier, bro. I don't even know if that
That's an
game's good or
insult.
bad at all for me. I just know that comparing it to Skull and Bones is rough
Dude,
waters.
it's actually it's a very
I
it's a
get
very
it.
dated game, so currently it doesn't hold up. But for its time, very, very good pirate game.
Valve has banned all Steam games that require watching advertisements to play. Valve
That
Let's
again.
go,
is-
Valve!
Valve
Pop
is like
off,
the
Valve.
best video game company, dude.
Pop
Dude.
off, Valve.
Literally.
All my homies love Valve.
Yeah, and I
'Cause
saw
they be
some
making some good ass decisions.
commentary about how this is basically already like put a
Sorry, go ahead.
block into EA and Ubisoft's intentions that have already kind of like been worries and rumors that they were gonna, up the ads and do stuff like that.
Oh, so this also removes games like what was it, FIFA?
I don't. I'm not sure. Actually, let me
Does
look.
FIFA
Let
have
me see.
ads?
Yeah, I mean,
They-
yeah, all sports
they-
game have ads, but they don't make
But
you
it's skippable
watch.
technically, right? Yeah.
They don't make you watch ads. I don't think they just
I didn't
put
even know
they put
they had
branding
ads.
everywhere on the field or the court, similar to how you would
Oh.
see it if you went to the game. Like the billboards will
Yeah.
display like Gatorade and stuff. and like there'll
Okay,
be
but I don't
logos
feel
on
like
the
that's.
field sometimes.
I don't feel like that's ads. That's just like
I mean,
they're
it's
adding
ads, but
realism
you don't
into the
have to
game.
watch it. It's not like a watchable ad. Like you see them in the side when you're playing the game, but it's not like watch this ad to
Yeah,
play the game. And I
they
think
don't
that's
put
what
yeah,
they're.
they don't put those in there to get people to buy products. They put them in there to make it more realistic.
I mean, tomato, tomato.
Yeah.
It's like they're not giving that money to the devs for the good of it. They're
It's more
wanting.
like since it happens in real life, they can get away with putting it in the game and claim it makes it more realistic. And I guess it kind of does, but that's like an after effect. The main goal is
I
because they
mean,
can
yeah, but
charge for the ad revenue.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, two sides of the same coin. I'm trying to see if I can get some more details. Let's see. Okay, new rules that ban games that require users to watch paid ads or rely on other such ad-based revenue models from Steam. Some sources report that these rules may have already existed, and Valve has merely created a dedicated page on Steamworks to clarify this policy.
Well, if they already existed and they've been selling Steam or sports games still, then I think it's probably fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's gonna change that aspect
Steam,
of it.
the page explains that Steam does not contain paid advertising and that advertising-based revenue models are not allowed on the platform. So it's probably because the deal that is set up for like FIFA or Madden or something is not like where they get active revenue from that. They probably just
Yeah.
got like a set cut to put the thing in the game. And yeah, I don't know.
Most likely,
I would
yeah.
still ban 2K just because Jake from State Farm has a fucking in-game model. I think that's
What? That's
Bannable,
hilarious, bro.
bannable subject.
yeah,
No,
for real.
bro.
Yeah, I'm
That's
surprised you
so
didn't know
fucking
that, Kyle.
funny,
You should look that
actually.
up. It's trash.
No, that's so funny.
2K is the worst about the ads.
I'm not gonna say it's a good thing, but I think it's hilarious. Hold up, I have to look at this. 2K Jake from State Farm. Oh, dude, that's hilarious. That's so
Dystopian.
funny. Can you actually play as him on the court?
I don't think so. I'm not gonna find out
Oh,
for sure.
it's so sad,
I'm sure
bro.
you can now. He has a model in the game. I'm sure someone's modded it to let
That's
you.
so
Oh
good.
yeah.
That's so good.
The Nintendo DS emulator Drastic has been pulled from the Google Play Store.
Mhm.
Why?
Bro.
I don't
Probably because
know.
Nintendo found it and was like, "You can't do this."
Well, no, because that's already been set. Like, you can't kill an emulator just for existing, but it's a lot of gray area. What emulators typically get caught up on is that any emulator that requires firmware, you are not legally allowed to distribute that firmware. Like, and I assume, let me read it. Let me see this. Let's see. No public statement was released by the developer.
This has nothing to do with Nintendo. The dev announced it back when they made it free. This is the plans all along.
But he said the plan was to delete it.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Might not
Doesn't
actually be
make
the
any
case.
sense.
This is because
Oh,
Exophase
he
previously
posted on.
stated last year on Discord, following the Yuzu and Citra fallout, which were the Switch emulators, that they were considering
Mhm.
removing the app from the store and making the project available open source instead. So that's probably what they're doing.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. But anyway, yeah, like DS comes to mind because I had to deal with this when setting up all the emulation stuff. But DS emulators require DS firmware if you want to do anything besides boot directly into games.
Sure.
And if you distribute that firmware with your emulator, that's illegal. You are allowed to legally build an emulator that could theoretically run that firmware in the game, but you can't
Right.
distribute the software. So they get But it's good to hear
And
that
you
that was
cannot
just
advertise it with it.
yeah. It's good to know
So it
that that
wasn't
was
anything besides he just
personal.
wanted to cover himself and
Well,
get out of
it's
there before they actually did crack down.
well based on
Nintendo has
reading that
nothing
with
to
the
do with
open
this.
source thing,
Yeah, people blame this.
I
They
think
wouldn't be able to.
I think no, he can do that. I think he probably wanted to do that because
Interesting.
open source means anybody can work on it. So, and in the emulation scene, it might as well be open source because that's how the best emulators get made.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to fight open source projects like that because GitHub won't even let you upload that kind of those same like firmware stuff. They will, or if they catch you with it, they'll ban you from the platform. But yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of that emulator though. Usually the one I see is Melon DS. That's the most famous one. That's the one I'm using.
For now.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Amazon and Nintendo seek a $7 million judgment in counterfeit amiibo lawsuit.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's
Interesting.
wild.
More than $2 million worth of counterfeit Nintendo products were sold from 2019 to 2023, according to the suit. Amazon and Nintendo jointly filed the lawsuit in October of 2023 against a group of counterfeit Nintendo sellers that the companies had illegally sold fake amiibo and video game cartridges.
Ooh.
So let's see. The original complaint alleged that the counterfeit dealers agreed not to sell fake goods on Amazon when they signed on as third-party sellers, but they did so anyway. Include posters, Animal Crossing and Legend of Zelda amiibo cards, and DS cartridges, among other items, across several different selling accounts.
Oh, so they lied.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like they lied
and
and then tried to
I was gonna
profit
say
off of
like
it.
it has to be something they violated Amazon's terms of service with because all this same junk is available from a multitude of places.
Yeah.
eBay's really bad about them.
Oh, it was Amazon,
eBay
not
is really
Nintendo?
It's Amazon and Nintendo.
Oh shit, okay.
Ooh.
Amazon's joining in because they violated Amazon terms of service.
Gotcha.
I was saying because I thought I heard you say Nintendo, but
It's Nintendo too, yeah.
yeah. I got you now.
But it's not like this is gonna stop anything. I mean, they all sold on
Oh
eBay
no, they're gonna
anyways.
continue. Yeah.
And repo
If it exists, you can get it.
yeah, repo cartridges are the stupidest thing to buy. They're built so cheaply, they corrupt all the time. Like, and we live in a modern era, bro. Get a flash cart. If you want to play games, why are you buying $7 a piece Chinese ripoff production carts that are probably going to corrupt and not work for you? When you could
As
just
soon as you
buy,
put it in the cartridge.
you could buy
slide,
a
you know?
genuine flash cart that's decently well made and has good firmware on it and has all the features, including like rumble and gyro from the few games that had those nub cartridges and anything you want. And all you got to do is put it on an SD card. I don't know why you would.
Yep.
Repro cartridges are like, I don't know. That's the way of the past. So,
Yeah.
not that you'll get in trouble if you buy them. I just think you should save your money.
They're not worth it.
Yeah, just get a flash card
No.
or fucking emulate it. Why are we doing this? If you don't care about the real thing, right?
Then why? Yeah.
Yeah.
But the realism of the cartridge or it being on the system, you're not going to be able to play that.
That's
for
what a
very
flash card
long.
does, and it won't corrupt.
Yeah, why are you buying the repo? Although the image, I think it was Nintendo Wire, used it was one of those like actually fake figures, and I'm like, damn, I ain't seen those in years, dude.
Fake what?
Like the like
Oh,
way
fake
back.
figures. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
for the amiibo.
I
Like,
heard fake finger, and I was like, when
fake
were we buying
fingers is
fingers?
crazy.
Like, I don't remember having to look for fake fingers on eBay.
They're my fingers, actually. They're not fake. I just have a nub now.
That's crazy.
Well, honestly, I'm surprised it took this long to get on it because the amiibo card hacking scene during COVID was crazy.
True.
True.
I remember when Mayo bought like a whole stack of just
Yeah,
reprogrammable NFC
and we gave
tags and a
And we gave
Sharpie.
him a
did
roll
I.
for it.
So did I, and y'all give me shit for it. You give both Mayo and I shit for it.
We should.
Deserved.
I'm not spending fucking $45 on a stupid thingy that I'm never gonna use again.
You could have
But
just come, dude. I have all the cards. You could have just come over.
that
True.
is true.
I carry no judgment towards you for
But
doing
also,
that.
don't care.
Actually, I mean, like I do for the Discord lore, but I don't. I think it is goofy that you guys just bought the car. Like they make things that are just like basically it's a tiny Arduino, but it's in like a
Reader,
little
yeah.
package and it's got an NFC reader on it, and you can just put all of the amiibo on it and like cycle through and pick the one you want, and then just tap it there. So it's like one little thing instead of a bunch of
Yeah,
individual
but
cards. But I'm
That's
just
inconvenient.
I'm just complaining about what you do because I like complaining about people.
that's more expensive than just buying the
Same.
specific cards I want. 'Cause the
Yeah,
cards
if
are
you
like
only
$1.
wanted one, hey, it's whatever. Or like
The
a
cards are
couple.
like $1 a pop. I think I got like. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. I think I got like 20 cards, and it was like
$5.
$4.95 or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
those
It was
those cards
ridiculous.
are literally
I've
just
seen-
hotel room keys, unbranded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just
They work.
take
NFC is
take shit
NFC.
out and then put in a they take like the inner workings, whatever the metal strip, the magnet
Yep.
strip out of it, and they just throw a whatever the amiibo connects to in. I don't know if it's magnet as well or if it's something else.
NFC.
NFC,
But
RFID,
NFC,
yeah.
baby.
Same thing lets you tap your credit card on the payment
Yeah.
these days. Anyway. Speaking of lawsuits, Nintendo is applying for anti-Pal World patents in the U.S. with a whopping 22 out of
No
23
way.
rejected, but, quote, they are fighting. Couple points here. The title is misleading. It's not 22 out of 23 patents. It's 22 out of 23 claims on one particular patent applications. Alex, did you write these bullets?
I did not. This was the top comment on.
Oh,
the-
this was from Reddit. Okay, that
Yes.
makes sense still.
Yeah.
Further, this is not whopping. This is
It's not
common as
Alex's
clouds in
words,
the
but it's
sky.
Alex's opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like this is going the way that I thought it probably would have gone. I mean, the headline's just a headline. That's how everything's written for clicks, but
Right.
Nintendo is not doing well in this fight, it seems.
This is
That's not super surprising, I guess.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
it really depends on why there's one still open. Maybe there's like one that works, but they're like, we're not doing 23 claims for the same thing. Damn it, we'll do one.
reports about Nintendo having 22 out of 23 of its anti-power. This is new. Patents rejected in the U.S. are largely misleading, says a specialist.
amazing.
Stems from the misunderstanding of how patents work. The controversy originates from a single patent, like we talked about. The application submitted 23 claims. One is viable. Verifies
People
that
not
this is
knowing what they're
routine
talking about,
that
that's
this
crazy,
is a routine outcome in
Yeah,
patent
that's
reviews.
wild.
Patent
Yeah,
applications often include a
Like
broad
that.
and narrow
Right.
claims. The broader ones are often rejected on the grounds of lacking novelty or innovativeness, while the narrow ones stand a better chance of getting approval. In this
so
case, despite what the word's final rejection may sound like, Nintendo has the right to modify its application based on the surviving claim and can still attempt to contest the rejections through continued filing and appeals.
yeah, I
Okay,
found
so legal jargon.
So here's the context. actually spelled
Yes,
out
legal
finally.
jargon on top of legal jargon.
An attorney representing Nintendo has called a meeting with the U.S. patent examiner to discuss a patent application related to the, quote, smooth switching of writing objects in a game. Lame ass patent, by the way. That's some Bandai Namco type patent shit. The U.S. Patent Office is willing to grant only one out of the 23 claims from this application if Nintendo drops
they're
the
mad
other
about
22.
they're
So
mad about smooth switching between ride
that's
things?
that's the patent.
Bruh.
And
That's
that's the
crazy.
patent that the claims are against, and the patent office says that they said we'll look into it, but pick a claim and go with it. We're not going to look into all 23. Pick one and we'll drop the rest and we'll look into it. So that's
You know
kind of
what?
all we know.
No
So
one has time to look at 23 patents or 23 claims, so
They do.
go
It's
to
their
your
job.
patent office.
bro, there's probably not
No.
23 people working at the patent office right now. They
Yeah.
probably all got
Who
fired.
wants to sit? Yeah, who wants to sit there and look at fucking patents all day?
I
They probably don't
mean,
have that many
somebody
I mean,
workers.
does.
if I'm getting paid the big dollars, like
You
You're not getting
probably are
paid
because
big
you've got to.
dollars.
No, you
You're
probably
not.
are because you've got to have lawyer level to understand it all.
I mean, if I'm getting paid the big bucks, I would do it.
Also, there's separate cases in both Japan and the U.S. for obvious reasons, different countries, and there's a lot of questions in the air about like, well, if it goes one way in Japan, is that gonna determine a lot of things? I don't know.
Not really.
It's messy.
Yeah.
Really, what it sounds like is that it's just the patent office going, "Look, bro, we get it. Well, give me one. We'll look at it for you, but relax."
The only thing I could think, like, the only thing I could see it if it goes well in Japan and doesn't go well in the U.S., then
Yeah.
they'll probably just like have to change specific things about games
Instead
in
of
the future.
smooth
Our world's a
switching,
Japanese company.
well, they'll care more about that then. Look, instead of smooth switching between rides, you have this really clunky animation. Boom, problem solved.
Genius.
Yeah,
And
I've
the animation
fixed
wouldn't
it.
change. The animation
Now we're
wouldn't change
okay.
it.
it.
It wouldn't change it.
I don't know if we talked about this on the show before, but and some of you guys might know this, but Bandai used to have a patent on the whole mini
Yes, I
games and
know what we're
loading
talking
screens
about.
thing.
Yes,
Yeah, okay. So
because
Mm.
that ended
literally
right
right
before-
before Splatoon came out.
yeah.
No, it
We-
was actually active while Splatoon had it. They put it. Splatoon just put it in.
Didn't it end like maybe the year after then? It was like 2015 or 2016.
Maybe. I think they got away with it because it was on a separate screen. Like patents are very weird.
Yeah, true.
Patents
I mean,
are
also, I
really
think
weird.
Bandai never really like followed any. They never pursued.
They did some.
I mean,
But-
okay,
because there's a ton of
like,
they did
examples
some-
that just they did it
Cons-
anyway.
consider this though. Bandai is arguably they do some of their best work with Nintendo. They're not going to go after Nintendo,
Nah.
even if
Yeah,
they
but they-
legally could have.
I mean, it seems like at least from the stuff that I'd seen that they didn't really go after anybody.
But people were just too afraid to do it.
Yeah.
Is my
So, like-
thing. And then when it expired was right around the time where we have really fast loading times, so nobody wants a mini game
Yeah.
in the loading screens.
And like that's
Yeah,
what I think of.
People are fighting for faster loads instead of longer loads that have games within them.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Like, why are we
They want
fighting
people to
over
spend
a
more time
patent
playing the
of
games and
smooth
less time
switching of
waiting.
writing objects in a game? That is so shallow and milk toast, dude. Writing an object in a game? Why are we patenting basic video game mechanics? That's
That
I
is
mean,
fair. Like that's
it's-
a stupid thing to get a
There's,
patent for,
like-
but
It's
How many patents was it?
more
We talked
likely
about the number.
that because it's kind of I think it's Sony that owns the patent for the have to stand up and say something so that your TV can determine that you're actively paying attention to whatever is on screen.
oh yeah, one of
um,
those dystopian ads or dystopian
Yeah.
patents. It's like eye tracking to make sure you're watching the ad or something.
Yeah. But like, so like, I feel like some of the companies just own it for the sake of not having patent trolls controlling it.
I guess
That's
so.
true.
Okay, but like certain things are just stupid. Like, why would you have
Oh, I'm not
patents
disagreeing with that.
for some of this stuff?
So stop patent trolls. That's
Mm.
literally the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, it's kinda
See, this
similar
is
to,
the
like,
problem where like
I
there's
feel
a
like
good reason
Are
to
patent
do
trolls like
basically anything that they're doing,
that
but
big
there's
of a
also a
problem?
bad reason, and you want to hope it's the good reason, but it's probably the bad
Yeah.
reason.
I feel like it's similar to like Marvel and DC, just grabbing like any comic book hero name they could.
Yeah,
Captain
like
Marvel.
Yeah,
What the fuck do you mean you grabbed that before Marvel?
Condiment
No,
Man.
DC did not grab it. Classic Comics had it.
Same point.
yeah,
What the
that's
fuck do you mean you
patent
grabbed that
trolling.
before Marvel?
Condiment Man. That's my favorite DC superhero.
Um, and with that, let's get into the state of play that was last week on the 12th.
E3 cringes back, baby.
Yeah, we had
We'll get
some.
to it.
I'll feed you, baby bird.
That's so fucking bad, dude.
Yeah, that's cringe. YouTube.com/radish trainer for the clip of it.
Yeah, because YouTube's being weird.
So Monster Hunter Wilds got shown off. Shinobi Art of Vengeance got a release date August 29th this year. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds was shown off and also announced a closed network test will take place on February 21st.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
Alex will be playing.
Yeah,
you sign up
well,
for it?
you gotta sign up on their site, and they might pick you to play the
Essentially, it's a beta test for
Yeah.
their
Oh,
servers.
so like Mario Kart Tour, right?
yeah.
Yeah, which Alex
Or
also got into.
Like the Splatfest world premieres or whatever, but those were open.
Those are open.
Yeah. The like the Nintendo thing they did last fall that none of us got into because it was like fucking instant,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I took the time to read like a moron.
Why would you read?
Exactly. I should have just clicked like everybody else. Nobody actually knew what they were signing up for. They just signed up for it. And I'm like, okay, well, I read it, so I know, kind of an idea about it, and I didn't get in because I stopped to read it.
Yeah.
And
Hell yeah,
nobody's
baby.
talked about it, dude. That's the thing. I expected people to talk about it.
Digimon Story Time Stranger showed off, releasing sometime this year. Lost Soul Aside revealed for a May 30th release.
Was the RPG that I thought was interesting.
Lost Soul Aside.
You like?
Let's
I have
see.
no
We'll
idea how to
star
describe it.
Kazar on a quest for redemption after forming a mysterious connection to another race called Arena. This bond allows him to communicate with the Arena as well as summon weapons and perform all the feats we see in gameplay.
Ooh.
It comes out May 30th.
Yeah. We got the demo announcement for Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Ichiban from Like a Dragon is coming to Dave the Diver.
What?
Ichiban's holiday in April. So yeah, more Dave the
That's
Diver DLC.
peak.
Love to
Dude,
see it.
very happy to see it.
Splitgate 2 Alpha is coming to PlayStation on February 27th. They're still making a Splitgate. Wow. I played Splitgate 1. I can't remember when. I think it was pre-COVID because it came out in early access back then, but it might have not been until after. I can't remember. I know our Aaron and Jacob got me to play it for a while, and it was like Call of Duty meets Halo meets like basically all the big name FPS games that you could think of. It was like
Yeah.
a mishmash of all of those, and it was fun, but it was pretty
Oh.
flavorless.
because it's just a mismatch of all the different ones. It
Exactly,
didn't
right?
really
Yeah, it was like there
create
was
a
so much
unique identity
stuff
for itself.
that was its unique identity, but being jack of all trades, master of none is not uh
Good
Good
identity
not an
for
attractive
something.
selling point. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
for something you want to make money. Like it's a good selling point for you as a programmer. It is a bad selling point for your game.
Yeah, but I don't know. I might try it. It's free to play, so whatever. Just jog my memory. I'm glad they're alive. I guess I'm glad people are getting paid.
Yeah, people
True.
getting paid is good.
Always
I
happy to
like
hear
when
that.
people get paid.
Yeah,
I like when I get paid.
facts.
For
Love
real.
getting paid.
For real.
Paul Heyman
Doesn't
shows
happen
off
enough.
WWE 2K25. Everybody, hold your breath. I know. Showing off the island, which I guess is a new thing in the game, releasing May 14th.
It is a mode that can only have like 16 people on the app.
Interesting.
We are competing with Nintendo for online connectivity, dude.
Bro,
It's
WWE
peak.
2K isn't competing with anybody for anything.
Yeah,
WWE 2K is like truly an anomaly of the sports games. How does WWE keep getting? I mean, like, I guess I don't have respect for
More.
that fan base because it's so large. Like, I constantly am impressed by how many people love WWE. So I guess it makes money because they wouldn't be doing it. But to me, it feels so like unworthy of yearly releases compared to even soccer, and that already doesn't.
but soccer's different because you have all of Europe into soccer.
Yeah.
Like
Like you have a whole country, and like you change out
a
the
whole
players.
country.
You change out the players yearly. Like WWE, you have a lot of similar fighters every year. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it's just a roster update like everything else. But
Yeah.
I don't know. They got the island, whatever that is. You can go beat the shit out of people on an
What?
island.
Dude, okay, straight up, it was lagging when they showed it off.
Yeah, of
That's
course it
kinda
was,
funny,
dude. It's
actually.
WWE 2K. That game hasn't run well in like a decade.
Naturally.
It's just how it is. If WWE starts being like a good franchise, we should either buy lottery tickets or get ready to like fight the rapture because
No, for sure.
something's wrong. Let's see. We have Randy and Randy from Gearbox talking about the Borderlands 4
This was
release
the baby
date.
bird scene.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. So Borderlands 4 is coming out September 23rd. That's exciting. I keep forgetting Borderlands 4 is happening. And yeah, that is the good old E3 cringe segment where he's like, "What's the release date? Oh, I'll feed you, baby bird." Highly recommend. Watching that. Disgusting, dude. A new trailer
Dude, it's
for
been a while since I've had E3 injected into my veins.
yeah. I
So
didn't
it was
when
like,
Kevin first posted the link to the cut he uploaded. I didn't realize it was only 8 seconds, so I always thought it was gonna be like a couple minutes or something. And all of a sudden, just like it was like a Vine length, and then just at the very end, "I'll feed you, baby bird." Ooh. A new trailer for Hazelight Split Fiction is shown, coming out March 6th. Oh, that's the one we talked about
this
this.
is the game.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
this
this is
is the one.
the like half fantasy, half cyberpunk
Yes, this
game.
is the
Yeah.
one you and I are excited for, but Cameron's like, I don't think this is what I was excited for at the Game Awards. I think y'all are thinking of a different game. And I was like,
No, I think
no, Grant and I are excited for
I
this. I
don't
don't know what you're looking for.
I don't know what I'm looking for. I thought there was one like that, but like it had a different art style. But I can't find it, so I guess it has to be Split Fiction.
Take your meds.
True.
Exactly, Jake.
Dark Pictures Anthology Directive 8020 got shown off, releasing October 2nd of this year. Pre-orders available in June.
Interestingly, they removed from the title though on PlayStation. It just says Directive 8020, but then in the trailer it says Directive 8020, a Dark Pictures anthology game.
Hmm. Such a tiny difference. I don't even have the commentary on it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But Well, when I didn't see it on like the PlayStation side, I was like, they move it out of the series that it's supposed to be part of.
Surprised you didn't call somebody.
Bro.
Who would I call?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, exactly. Fix my horror game.
Yeah, I have no idea who the name is. Who's the new CEO of Sony now that the other guy retired?
Don't know.
We were talking
Jim
about
and
that
I were
last
talking
night.
about yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know who the guy is anymore. I knew the last one
Hiroki
was Jim
Totoki.
Ryan.
That's CEO of the Sony Group. Who's CEO of next CEO of PlayStation? Hideki Nishino
Hmm.
for Sony Interactive Entertainment. Dude, vertical integration of companies can make CEOs so confusing.
True.
Five Nights at Freddy's: Secret of the Mimic, releasing June 13th.
It says so.
Okay.
And the
Uh,
crowd goes
Crickets.
mild.
Yeah. Midnight Walk, releasing May 8th, 2025, with PSVR 2 support. Hey, finally, a PSVR 2 game.
Hell
Good.
yeah.
I'm
This
glad
is
I
a
didn't buy
horror
the
game that's
PSVR 2
made
at
out of
launch off the
clay.
hype, thinking there were going to be a lot of games.
There were a lot of games for the one, and the two should have had games, but
The
it also
backwards
should have been able to play
compatibility.
one's games. Yeah. At least go
I think
update
that's
your own
why it's
games to be
not
playable.
as supported.
I'm pretty sure that's
'Cause-
why they put that PC adapter out, because they realized they're like, we need more selling points, because there's not a lot.
Well, when you completely, change, fine, like changing the architecture, fine, but like you got, if you're gonna alienate your audience if you go, this one can't play the previous ones. Okay, so
Yeah.
you know, what guarantee do I have that if I buy this one that it's going to, or that I buy these ones that it's going to work on the next one? None. So like,
Yeah, I mean,
not.
I
Kinda
still
shoot
wouldn't have
yourself in the
bought it when it
foot.
went on sale if there wasn't the PC adapter, because that was like the only thing I could reason actually keep getting it for. Was like, okay, well, I can have a new PC headset too,
Mhm.
one that
That is
doesn't
pretty
suck.
nice.
Let's see. Konami showing off a new game called Darwin's Paradox, revolving around an octopus in a food processing facility. Okay.
Yeah,
They finally caught Octodad. No.
that's exactly what I was thinking when they showed off. I'm like, this feels like an interesting take on Octodad.
Yeah. A new action adventure platformer.
They
Um,
captured my boy.
An octopus plucked out of his natural habitat and thrust into a chaotic world supplanted by U-Food Incorporated, where a devious plan for world domination is unraveling.
So it literally is just shitty
Octodad.
Octo, or
Yeah.
not shitty, but like
Well,
different Octodad. I don't know if it's gonna be shitty or not. So
it's more
that's so
platformer based, and you can hide. It looked more like in time platforming though, because they showed off like a segment where there you're trying to pass like a group of people training, like dojo training, uh, and like they spin around, all of them spin around in a circle, and you've got to hide when they turn towards you.
Mm. Yeah, well, see,
interesting.
the problem is they called it an action adventure platformer, and the term action adventure can literally mean anything.
Yeah.
Nowadays it can, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like that genre used to have a good definition, and now it's just like, well, this is a platformer that also has stealth
It's something.
elements, so we're gonna call it action adventure. Koei Tecmo showed off a roguelike spin on the Warriors franchise called Warriors Abyss, and it is available now. So Warriors game, but roguelike. Okay, I'm listening. Huh.
I don't think I recognize the Warriors franchise.
Dynasty Warriors?
Mm-mm.
Hyrule
The games
Warriors,
that Hyrule Warriors were
Fire
based
Emblem
on,
Warriors.
like hack and
Some
slash,
Strikers.
army
Oh, yeah,
based
yeah, yeah,
attack. Yeah.
I got you. I have
Take
seen
command of
those.
historic and masterful warriors by challenging countless swarms of enemies through victory and defeat. Traverse the merciless trials of hell.
Oh.
Me too.
I do that every day.
Yep.
Onimusha
That's
2
my job, dude.
Remastered got shown off releasing May 26. We've talked about this game.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it
And
sounds
actually, I
familiar.
think that was one of the ones that looked really cool, and I think I put it on my Steam list. If not, then I debated it. I put it on my wish list. Let's see. No, I did not. But it did look really cool. Oh, I did actually. I did. It was just way at the bottom.
Going straight into new gameplay trailer for Onimusha Way of the Sword releasing next year, which is the new Onimusha. So that'll come out next year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A brand new trailer, unseen trailer of Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta that definitely wasn't uploaded to PSN accidentally too early. Releases August 28th, 2025. And the Ape Escape crossover is back.
Right.
Brand new trailer for Hell Is Us releasing September 4th. Brand new trailer for Lies of P DLC set in wintertime called Lies of P Overture releasing sometime this year.
Which is gonna be fire. I'm gonna be talking about it on the
Dude,
show.
Kyle's one of the biggest Lies of P fans, bro.
I'm glad, Kyle, I'm glad you're here. You're a breath of fresh air sometimes.
Well, thank you.
True. You're breathtaking, Kyle.
Whoa, slow down.
Well,
No, I'll take both. I'll take both.
Give you with how much shit we give you about FromSoft games, gotta make up for it somewhere.
yeah,
Exactly.
because I mean, you definitely have the most different.
Probably
I
some
would
of
say
the
I
variety.
definitely
Yeah.
bring I definitely bring a very different variety of games
Yeah,
to talk
which
about
is
than do all
helpful.
of you.
Yeah, we need
Which is
that
helpful
here.
because it gives an outside perspective. Which is good. Outside
Indeed.
perspectives are good.
I would say also as a gaming news, you got to have other games brought
True.
in, so it's good. It's good time. Anyway,
Yeah.
Dreams of Another releasing sometime this year. Okay.
have we talked about that before, or is that
I
new?
don't
That sounds
know.
familiar,
Let me
but
see.
I don't know if I've seen that.
This was VR2. My bad for not including it.
Uh,
This was the shooting one where you shot to bring back people's memories at
Oh,
like
I've seen. I
places.
think I've seen a trailer about this.
Dreams of
YouTube.
Another is a third-person exploration action game built around the philosophical theme, quote, no creation without destruction. Rather than destroying objects by shooting, as in traditional shooting games, here your shots materialize and create the world. This unconventional mechanic offers a gameplay experience that challenges the norms of the genre and invites players into a whole new dimension.
Ooh.
So,
Interesting.
basically, what if gunshots could create stuff instead of destroy stuff?
That's sick, actually.
That's pretty cool.
And the story is based on The Man in Pajamas and The Wandering Soldier. Which I guess, I think those are like folk tales, right? It's just like
Yeah, there's like
old
sounds-
tales.
stories.
Yeah. Yeah, PSVR 2 compatible. Alex mentioned that. PS5 Pro enhanced too. That's nice to see. I don't think I've ever seen that yet listed. Not that I've looked.
Not normally.
Rebirth has that.
Again, not that
Like
I've
Pro
looked.
enhanced, right?
Yeah, PS5 Pro enhanced.
Yeah, the Rebirth has that.
Bro, who wrote this show? This shit long as
Sounds
hell.
cool. It's don't
2
worry.
weeks.
It's also mostly the state of play. The state of play is like not single spaced for some
They-
reason and is over a page. So.
State of Play came out on a good day too.
They just went crazy with, but you are right that the formatting's wrong.
Yeah, because I had the same thought too when I got on. I was like, dang. Oh, no, this is just spaced along. Like, okay, we're good. We're good. Days Gone Remastered was announced, including new accessibility, permadeath mode, speedrun mode, and new content upgrade for $10. So an upgrade is not available to PlayStation Plus owners of the game. So if you got the game through PlayStation Plus as a free game, you're not eligible for the
Sucks, bud.
$10 upgrade. But if you own the
Lame,
original
bro.
game, and what that means is go buy a disc of Days Gone on the
Oh.
PS4 for like $8. And then
Then
pay
get it
$10
for
and you have the
yeah.
PS5 version.
That's true.
Okay, I've changed it to single space. It made some difference.
Stellar Blade DLC releasing in June. Crossover with Nikki. Is this supposed to be Nike? Or is it actually.
I have no
What
clue.
is Nikki? Nikke.
Wait,
Yeah,
isn't that
new
Infinity
game.
Nikki Alex?
Is it?
Is it?
No,
Might be.
Goddess of Victory to Nikki.
No,
What?
I think.
that's Nike.
Hold
Goddess
on.
of Victory
Nike.
is Nike.
Oh.
What game is
Like
Nike?
the Greek Goddess of Victory is Nike.
Yeah, that is
What
Nike.
game is Nike
Nikke.
in?
Nikke is Nike if you're talking about the Greek goddess.
Well, also the game. I think the crossover is for Goddess of Victory Nike, a third-person shooter action RPG developed by South Korean developer
Yeah.
Shuft Ift
Oh,
and
I thought you were
released
talking about like the actual.
released for phones
No.
in 2022 and Windows in 2023. So, woo, what a crossover.
Hmm.
You
One
are
of the
correct, but it is
crossovers of
not
all time.
the goddess Nike is not crossing over with Stellar Blade. The game is.
Well, I thought they were. I thought they had like a. You know, you could play as her, or she was like important in the game somehow.
Yeah, but it does make a lot more sense that it's a South Korean action RPG that came out on mobile phones.
Yeah.
That's a lot
Yeah,
more.
because Stellar Blade's made in Korea, South Korea.
PC
believe.
version and DLC is releasing in June of this year, by the way, Stellar Blade. PlayStation Plus catalog updates. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is coming tomorrow, so by the time you guys are hearing this, February 18th. Top Spin 2K25 is also coming February 18th. Lost Records Bloom and Rage, Tape 1 releasing on February 18th, Tape 2 releasing in April. A new game called Blueprints will be a day one PlayStation Plus game releasing in the spring this year. Abiotic Factor, similar game, I assume, launching in summer 2025. Or similar event, not similar game, but day one PS Plus, I guess. And Armored Core 1, Project Phantasma, and Master of Arena, and Patapon 3 will become to the Classics catalog next week, excuse me.
Okay.
So a lot of random stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armored Core is pretty
Random.
cool though. Another FromSoft.
There it is. Tides of Annihilation was shown
Okay, buddy.
off. Metal Eden shown off, releasing on May 6th. Mind's Eye releasing summer of this year, and a new trailer from PlayStation Studios called Saros, developed by Housemarque and releasing next year. First look at gameplay is coming sometime this year. And then apparently it just ended abruptly. After that.
It did
Yeah.
end abruptly.
Interesting.
It's kind of like,
It didn't have, like-
Solid.
goodbye.
Solid like 6 out of 10 state of play.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was some pretty cool stuff, and then a lot of it was, you know, stuff
Yeah,
that we had either heard about already for a while or not that interesting.
I'm going to be pessimistic and say like 5. But to be fair and
Yeah, it's kinda
clear, I
low.
did not watch it. So my rating is completely
I didn't-
worthless.
yeah.
Because I don't
I
even
didn't
know what
watch
half
it,
of these
but-
games are. But like,
Just looking at it, that's what I'm saying. It's like 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Reading it.
5.5, 6 is probably about right.
Yeah.
It, it's a January or February,
it's the
whatever.
start of the-
What
it's
month
the
that is
start of
it?
the year, pretty
It's the
much.
start of the year.
First quarter state of play. It's not gonna
Yeah.
be anything
Yeah.
too crazy. Yeah.
No, nobody's.
That
Nobody
was
wants their
long, which is
games.
good.
It wasn't like
It was
awful,
long, but like I wouldn't say everything
it didn't have much to
on there
offer.
needed to be the full length that it
it looks like
was.
there's probably a
Yeah.
lot of date
Mhm.
confirmations and
Yeah,
stuff like
for
that.
sure.
So, you know.
A lot of it was dates. A lot new stuff was more like Ichiban coming to Dave the Diver,
Dave the Diver's pretty
the
sick.
roguelite
Mhm.
spin for Warriors.
But like,
Technically, the Metal Gear Solid should have been a new trailer, but it wasn't
yeah,
because it got leaked. Stellar Blade
ul-
was new content.
yeah, but like ultimately there really wasn't a whole lot to it. So
No,
like
it was.
Yeah,
5
but
or
that's what I'm saying.
6
Like they
is
also
definitely
just
fair.
reiterated a lot of the stuff we
Yeah,
already
like
knew about, like
yeah,
Dragon,
that's what I was.
like a Dragon Pirate, and then Sonic Racing Cross Worlds,
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Wilds. Like
Well, it confirmed a
we
lot of
knew about
characters,
a
which
lot
was
of those
sick.
already. I was like, we knew about
Sure.
those already, but like getting to see them in the thing is pretty cool. So
Yeah, no, for sure. And like getting a little bit more info.
like Borderlands 4, another one that like we already knew was on its way, but they had a release date,
Yeah.
so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like it's not awful, but yeah.
Give it a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get us wrong. This wasn't an Xbox show. It's fine.
It wasn't slog. It just wasn't. It's a first quarter PlayStation show, so
Yeah,
it's
so
like
it's not
it's better than the best Xbox.
Xbox show, but like
It's just not the
that's a
best
low
PlayStation.
bar. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
it's better than the best Xbox, but it's not up to Nintendo or PlayStation standards.
Mhm.
Nah.
All the way. So.
I mean, honestly, Nintendo's early direct that they typically do would be the same flavor, I think, if Nintendo did what Sony does, which is like they're relatively open about what's coming, and Nintendo doesn't
Yeah.
talk about a thing until it's
Nothing.
Yeah,
ready. So like
Nintendo doesn't.
every time Nintendo does a
Yeah.
direct, there's stuff that's coming out and it's all big because they don't talk about it spontaneously. But like PlayStation will just tell you relatively whenever about stuff.
I mean,
So
look, there's a game on this list that says 2026. And Nintendo recently, you wouldn't know that. It
yeah,
would be
No,
like,
there's
Nintendo like
multiple
drops it
wow,
every
it's
2026
coming
month.
out
stuff.
next month. Aren't you so
Yeah.
excited?
Yeah, like there's stuff
Yeah.
slated for September in here, October even. So,
Yeah, no,
but
it's
not bad.
it was a fine show. It's not anything crazy though.
It's not anything to run home about, but it's not like bad either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's not. I regretted wasting watching that with my time. No, this was fine.
you can't
Yeah.
regret watching it with your time because you did get some E3 cringe. You know what? I'll bump
I was
mine up
gonna
to a
say.
6 just because you got the E3 cringe in there, even though I didn't watch it.
I'll
I'll
feed
give you the
you,
benefit
baby
of the doubt.
bird.
We'll get you up into the D range.
I was saying, like I think it was a solid 6. I can't go anywhere above 6, but
Nah, but
I think 6 is fair enough.
All right.
All right, Collector's Corner, baby.
On to Collector's Corner, the weekly segment where we talk about the games we've been playing, the games we've been buying, good stuff,
let's
bad stuff, what's been
go.
going on here in our
Yes,
lives at All Night
sir.
Gamers. So, got the wheel up. We spin
Yes,
the wheel to see who goes
sir.
first. Let's see who goes this
Kyle's
week.
first.
Cameron's first.
Rare submission, Alex.
What?
Hey,
with
let's
the first
go.
place. Let's
Let's
Wow.
go.
That's
Kyle
peak.
needs to
Okay,
be
obviously.
first.
Obviously, the big one I've played a lot, and it's like not surprising because I play at least a bit every week, is Marvel Rivals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Let's cover the last 2 weeks though. So I had that job interview
How did that go?
with the state. It was weird.
Oof.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was very like awkward.
It wasn't
Nice
like
explained
I
it.
didn't feel like my Disney one where I was like, I'm not getting that job. But I don't feel like my Auburn one either, where I was so confident, and they even told me I was finalist. So
Yeah.
that one was weird. And then the next day, I went and applied with the bank because they had walk-in interviews,
How did that
and
one
that
go?
felt more. That felt more like an interview, and they're like, "Your resume is impressive." Wow, thank you.
Thank you, bank.
Well, maybe. We'll see.
Thank you, my bank. Because I was like, I've been banking. They're like, why would you want to work here? I was like, well, I've had this bank for 20 years.
I like money.
and y'all seem all right.
I like yeah, that's look, I can't say I
Mr.
like money,
Krabs, I
but
like money.
I sure
I
do like
no, I said
some money, my dude.
well, you see, I want to come home because my dad needs help.
Yeah,
True.
and
Um,
we want you home too.
so yeah,
We
I
do.
did those interviews and we hung out at the house, but I was like exhausted the entire time we were there. We played Mario Party, but we didn't finish because we set it to 20. We
20
played Mario
rounds is a
Wonder, and
lot,
Kyle, with
bro.
his bad 2D skills, quit the stage halfway through.
Dude,
He
only
rage
get
quit.
XA.
Nice.
Okay, I don't have bad 2D skills. I have bad 2D skills whenever Cooper is playing as Yoshi and constantly picks my ass up, and you're sitting there on the stupid platform that we only get limited amount of times hitting it, just fucking jumping up and down constantly. I
That
have bad
that
2D
is the
skills
missing
whenever I'm
piece.
getting
That was the missing
cheese,
piece.
bro.
Cooper was playing
I only
too.
have bad 2D skills whenever I'm getting
Yeah.
cheese. Excuse me for fucking home XAing.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I guess we're screwed.
I
don't
forgive
know.
you.
Thank you, Grant.
You're
The
welcome.
only person who
Grant,
wasn't
Grant
there.
I
knows the
forgive
pain
you.
of playing with Cooper. So Grant knows the pain of playing with Cooper.
We played the game of the week, which I will. Let's do that. I'm trying to figure out, like,
Talk about that
because I was
later,
like,
Lenny.
Yeah, we played
Yeah,
Buzz,
I
and
was like-
everybody call that the game in your thing.
Doesn't
We'll
matter.
roll with that.
but then I played Like a Dragon pirate game, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, and that's kind of what I was
The demo,
like.
you mean? Or
Yeah, the
you got
demo,
early
the
access?
game. No, the game comes out Friday.
Oh,
I have
say,
Friday
you
off
do.
for the game.
Hell yeah, brother. Gotta make sure you
True
can grind
gamer.
that shit out.
My coworker was like, "You are the only person I know who takes off for games." I was like, "Your boyfriend called out for a movie."
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fight,
Ooh.
fight.
Did he take off on the 13th to go
No,
watch
he
Captain
called
America?
out to go see the Marvels, like of work.
Yeah, the
He
Captain
already
America, the new Captain America.
the Marvels, the Captain Marvel sequel.
Oh,
Like this was a few months
I
ago.
heard that movie wasn't even that good.
Yeah, the reception
It was
was not great on
okay.
that one.
It's all right.
Called
else
out
I
of
did?
work, dude. It's a movie.
Correct.
Can't you just get a ticket for
Yeah.
when you're not
Yeah,
at
you
work?
No, he called out.
Bro didn't even
Whatever.
take off. He called out. Like,
Okay, well, I'll cover what I thought about Pirates demo with the game of the week. Astrobot released, which we'll cover in a second. They released a new stage. They're releasing 5 of them. Obviously, I've already played the stage and beaten it.
What are they releasing it for? Is it just stages
Speedrun
because,
levels?
or okay?
Yeah,
Yeah. For some reason that wasn't in a state of play though.
I was not in the state of play.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, their speedrun levels, they're pretty hard. At least this first one was. Because there's a lot more, it's all ice, and there's a lot more breakable glass and enemies. Like, and it's one of the levels where you can freeze time.
Freeze time.
So, like, the first half messed me up a lot, but the second half I did the first time I got over there. So,
Nice.
that gives you about an idea about how hard. It might just be out of practice because I haven't played since they released the Christmas level.
Yeah, that doesn't
Also
help.
fair.
And then the big different one is I started Tomb Raider Legend.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the PS2 game that they've re-released on PS5, but I don't know, it's fine how they released it, but I'm not the biggest fan. I don't know if you've ever played like a PS2 game they've done on a PS5 where it's just kind of lazy, where it's running it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of an emulator.
Oh, like they're. So when you mean lazy, do you mean like they're just emulating it, or lazy as in like the controls
Like
are
they're
still like PS2 flavor controls?
they are just emulating it, but it doesn't look very clean.
Oh, but it's bad
Because I've
emulation.
seen
They didn't even put the effort in to make sure it worked.
it's running fine, and I haven't run into any problems like on the first level, which I played through entirely. I collected everything, and I was able to do that. But I wouldn't call it like enhanced or anything. It is just the
So it's just the game.
PS2 version.
It's just the emulated game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can also rewind, which is interesting because it's 3D.
I mean, yeah. The only reason Rewind doesn't exist on more modern platforms is just because it takes more memory to do so. It's more complicated to program, but you can do Rewind on any emulator in theory.
In theory.
In
But
theory.
But yeah, I started that.
storing a minute of gameplay of an NES game takes a lot less memory than storing a minute of gameplay of PS2 game.
Yeah. So I
Cool.
played that. And then obviously I have the Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6 remastered, but I bought that a while ago. Well,
Nice.
oh, and PlayStation Plus. I've got my 5 movies, but I burned one. I got Uncharted. If only they would connect it to Movies Anywhere so I could put it on all my movie accounts.
Mm.
I think that's everything besides we played something else. What was that game?
It was like the opposite of her
It
mentality.
is the opposite of her mentality. I don't remember. We were supposed to play Chameleon, but then we didn't. We played the other game Sylvia bought, but I don't remember what the game she bought was.
Mm.
Um, it was some game. Yeah, it's like hard mentality, but the opposite. Where so essentially you're given a list of things, and you've got like 16 things. You roll a dice. It's got 20. It's D20. It is every letter of the alphabet up to S, but it doesn't have Q. It has W,
Mm.
Mhm.
and then
Huh.
it's missing the other 6 letters because it's too hard to find words or phrases that would fit that.
Hmm.
So you roll the dice, you get your letter, you've got your list. Um, and your job is to put together your list with things that start with that. So, like orange balloon for what do you find on a college campus was one I came up with
Mm.
when we had O. Um, but it's the opposite of a herd mentality where you only get a point if you do not match someone.
So it's
Where
Gotcha.
kind of
herd
like
mentality,
Boggle.
you want
Kind of like
kind
Boggle.
of
Because Boggle,
ish.
you have to make words that
Yeah, but that's
no one
based
else
on a
has.
set of
You're not
letters you're given.
making
You're just given
words,
a
so
That's
starting.
true. That's true. That's
you
true.
yeah, you're just given the starting letter, and you are given a list of things that need to fit that.
Mm.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's fun. It's like the opposite of herd mentality. So those are both like good party games.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
I would say her mentality is easier to get into though.
Herd mentality you could probably play drunk. I don't know if you could play this one drunk. Just
Yeah,
because you've got
where
to. It's more thinky because you're given the starting letter.
and you have to come up with like 12 prompts.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd be cooked on that. I think if I was drunk.
Right. Herd mentality. I think you could play drunk and still have a great time because you aren't stuck to specific letters.
Cool. All right. Well, with that, spin the wheel. Let's see who's next.
All right.
Cooper, you're up.
Dude, let's go. They
What you
always
got?
say second, best for second.
Start it
All
with
right.
the first
What a
sentence,
what a way to
Cooper.
fumble the intro there. That was- wow.
Cooper. I played Wobaba for the game of the week.
Oh yeah, you played Vezaban.
Yeah. So I made a lot of purchases. I've been spending money.
Me too, for real.
Money gets expensive.
Money gets expensive.
Dude, I need to get that tattooed on me for real. That's like a life quote. Money gets expensive.
Let's see. So, my biggest purchase of the year so far, I bought a 2 terabyte SSD for the PS5 because I kept running out of storage and I kept having to like uninstall and like install new stuff.
Pause, brother. Pause. You bought a
I'll pause.
2 terabyte SSD for your PS5, but
That's
you
not
weren't
really-
willing to buy an SSD for your computer.
It's different.
Okay. I mean, I,
You know
I
what?
like-
Hey, Grant, you know what's even better about that?
It's not
It's
his
not
PS5.
his PS5. It's Haley's PS5
nice.
with his SSD in it.
You better take that when she leaves. By the way, that's a good SSD.
That's what I said. I told her, "Hey, I'll
Yeah,
give you a
it's a WD
discount."
Black. It's good. It's Western Digital.
Yeah, I told her I'll give her a discount, $25 off, and she can have it.
Yeah, any Gen
Hey.
4 M.2 drive is worth its.
Cooper
worth
and
its
I went
weight.
to Best Buy together, right? And they
Yeah, it's
handed
like a-
us a different one, and I was like, "This is not the
isn't it.
PlayStation one."
I'm glad Alex was there, bro, because I would have taken it and been like, okay.
What you bought? Did you buy the one with PlayStation branding on it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's expensive.
Because there's only like,
it was
well,
on
it was
sale,
the same
though. It was on a
price,
really
and
good
it was
sale.
Oh, okay, good.
like the one they handed us was actually more expensive than the one.
Interesting. Normally, the ones that are branded like for PlayStation or whatever, for Nintendo, is more expensive because you're paying. For the
Nintendo's
logo.
usually are more expensive, but
Yeah.
but I was like, "Look, Cooper, there's two brands that work with this. One already has the Hink State installed, but the other does not, and you've got to do it yourself."
Yeah.
I bought my
Let the
PS5
heat sink installed.
drive pretty quickly after launch, and they're like when
I-
the PS5 was new, if you bought like a PlayStation branded one with a heatsink on it and already, it was going to be like way more expensive than buying a drive. So I literally bought the drive and a heatsink and a bunch of heat tape or whatever they use, that
Ooh.
goo stuff.
So Grant's got the other option, and then I've got.
But I'm glad to hear that the PS branded ones are
the
cheap
thermal
or
paste
the same
stuff?
price now because those are just more convenient. You don't have to do all of it.
They are very convenient. Yeah, you don't have to figure
But
out.
yeah,
all the
now
other
I
stuff,
look,
too.
I have all this heat stuff
Holy crap.
from I found more uses for it. Luckily, you put it on my PS5 drive, and then I used a bunch to redo my GameCube heat pads and stuff. But yeah, I've got a bunch of
Yeah.
that left over still, and that probably goes bad for too long. Anyway, I'm interrupting.
No, you're good. But yeah, I got that. Really nice. Oh, I've been waiting on it to go on sale, and it finally did on Steam. I got Vampire Survivors and like all the DLC.
Waiting for it to
For,
go
like-
on sale, brother.
Yeah.
$4?
I was
How
saying
much
it's
did it go on
already
sale
like a
for? I gotta know. How much?
$6 gamers are like $10.
It's like
more.
I think it was like 25 or like 30% off. It's a pretty good sale.
So $3.
I
You
said
paid-
yeah,
$2.75.
you paid $3 instead of instead of.
Oh, this
I got-
is an interesting one. Sorry, Cooper.
I think no, you're
Uh,
good.
I put in his Hink Sync or his SSD, right? And I put in my own.
Wait,
His
I put in
SSD
his heat sink.
Yeah,
his
did take it apart.
Well,
SSD
y'all were kind
is
of fighting over it anyway, so.
is different than yours or mine, Grant, where we have like divots or Haley's, I guess, is different than ours, where we have like divots and where it like fits really nice for the little nut. The new one doesn't have like that. It's just like a triangle of dots that they want you to sit in between.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They definitely can get away with that because it's the PlayStation branded one, so they don't expect you to do anything with it besides put it in a PlayStation.
No, not the PlayStation branded one, the console itself. Where ours is like green and it's got
Oh,
like
like the
grooves.
PS5 Slim?
No, she doesn't have a Slim. She has a later version of our.
Oh, it
Of
was
the-
a
of
revision.
the
The revision of
regular.
the first model, but not the Slim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. It doesn't have screw mounts. I don't
Right.
like that. I don't like that at all. That's bad.
No,
I
it did
didn't-
have screw mounts. It did have screw mounts.
Let me see if I can find what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
You're talking about the alignment method.
Yeah,
Y'all-
the
y'all had
alignment
y'all
method
had
is
like
very
a
nice.
track, like a groove. Hers had just three little, like a triangle of dots that you had to set it in between.
Yep.
Weird.
It was like a triangle of raised up
Like they're
on the board.
Wait, to put the
like they're-
heatsink on the SSD?
No, to put
Put the
just to put the
SSD in the
SSD
console.
in
Put
the
the
console.
SSD into the console. Put the SSD into the console.
But you still screwed it in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It still had the screw board.
Here, I found a photo of yours and mine, Greg. Because I know yours would be the exact same as mine. If it will load, its computer's being a bit slow.
Cooper, keep going. We'll
Yeah, I
come back
got
to
you.
that in a
My
sec.
fault.
Okay,
keep going
there's
But yeah.
ours. You see how it's got like the green area, and then
Yeah.
there's like a spot for it to fit like nicely. The green doesn't exist in hers, and there's just like 3 dots to try to put between instead of like a nice little groove to put the divot into.
I see. Weird. Just
Yeah.
cost cutting. It seems like though.
Yeah,
Mild.
Yeah.
Cost cutting. Okay.
So
mild cost cutting.
alright,
That's
alright.
harder to balance.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Coop.
So I saved about $6 with Vampire Survivors. Kind of goated. You know me, budget gamer for real.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Just say yes and move on.
Appreciate it. Kyle bullied me and made me get Civ 7 against my
I did.
will.
Why
And
did
guess
you
what?
buy it? That
And
it
guess
was
what? You still haven't even played.
We
Cooper.
played.
You could still return it
So true. Actually, I should.
if you haven't
like
played.
20 minutes. He played like 20 minutes, and then Carlin made us get off because she wanted to play Roblox instead.
She wanted to play.
Cooper,
Yeah, she wanted to play
It's the
Roblox.
it's
most
under 2
infuriating-
weeks.
It's the most infuriating thing I think I've ever heard in my life. You're sitting there playing Civ 7, like cutting edge civilization game, and you want to go play fucking Roblox. And then Cooper was like, "Oh yeah, we should go play Roblox," because he wanted to make me. He just wanted to get
what
me
was the name
upset.
again?
I just want to.
Carlin. It's Barrett's
Carlin.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's
Yeah,
taken.
sorry.
Damn. Yeah. Why
Yeah.
are you sipping like that?
What?
Why are you sipping like? I was like, oh, it's a girl. I mean, all right. I mean,
Yeah.
No,
I wouldn't.
No, I just wanted to fuck with Kyle. It wasn't about like sipping or nothing. It's just.
No, I can tell you what the fuck we mean, and it fucking worked because I'm still heated about
Yeah,
that, bro.
I was
It's
gonna
so
say you're kind
annoying.
of crashing out right now about it.
I am,
Yeah.
bro. It's so annoying.
Dude, pissing off Kyle's the funniest thing to do. Like it's always worth it. You should always go
Kiss
for that
my ass.
option.
Kiss my ass.
Yeah, when and where?
all right, all right,
Come
all
over
right.
here.
all right,
Just a
get
bit
in
of
the room.
banter.
My fault.
What else you got?
Oh, I got Watch Dogs physically. While I was just doing this interview, we went to like a big thrift store thing. There wasn't a lot really, but I
I
found
mean, they
Watch
had a
Dogs
couple.
for like.
They
That's
had
right.
Galaxy for like 15.
That's true, but some
I
of the prices
forgot
were
we
kinda
went
high.
to GameStop and I bought Tomb Raider Underworld for the PS3 physically, and then
Tomb
Cameron
Raider
brought
underwear.
Cameron brought it back
Y'all-
here,
Y'all
so
still have y'all's copy of Galaxy, don't you?
we
We
do.
should, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Galaxy prices have fallen off ever since 3D All Stars.
Yeah.
True.
Two's
Pretty
crazy
Very
still,
happy for it.
but
I would say that. Galaxy 2, you can still get a pretty penny for. You still have to pay a pretty penny for.
Yeah, true.
Because it did not come out.
I was really hoping it was going to.
But yeah,
I mean, it's only. It looks like it's only going for like $25 right now, complete.
Really
completed box. Hey,
Not bad.
interesting.
that is pretty good.
But Super Mario Galaxy 2 got a Selects re-release that doesn't have the manual, so the price you're paying probably depends on if you're getting the original copy with the manual or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that manual was beefy. That's back in the beefy Wii manual days.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
That thick multiple language manual.
So let's see.
So Watch Dogs. Do
Watch
you
Dogs.
intend to play that?
I've heard good things like forever ago, but I heard
I
good things
I
about
never
it back
really
in the
thought
day.
you would be the type of guy to like Watch Dogs, but
But I want to try some new
I'm
genres and
asking.
stuff.
I mean, my I don't know, ideas of what Cooper played as games got tossed out of the window whenever he first mentioned that he was playing The Last of Us and like didn't just like play it for 30 minutes, but like kept playing it and then beat
Kept
it. Like,
playing it. Dude,
whoa,
I actually
okay,
enjoyed
so
it. Yeah.
everything I
Yeah.
know about Cooper's gaming habits is now under question. So Watch Dogs isn't that crazy to me now, given that he's doing that. But
Yeah, it's like for $5, that's pretty good. It's a complete in box and everything. So I was like, okay.
yeah,
So after I get,
you finish.
oh no, you got it.
Watch Dogs is one of those games that like when it came out, it was a little underwhelming and just turned out to be like kind of mediocre. Like it was good. It was fine. And if you played it, I'm sure you enjoyed it. But it didn't come out as much as the hype wanted it to be. But when you look, it's fun to look back on games like that where like at the time for $60, take it or leave it. But for $5, that's a steal for a game like that. Because
Ooh.
it's fun. It's pretty good. Like it's not horrible. It's better than average. It's not what it was
Right.
pitched as, but when you can get it for $5, like there's so much gaming now that you can get from like 2010 to 2016 that is bottom of the barrel cheap. Nobody cares. And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
really, really good games.
They're actually like good games.
Mhm.
Cool.
Because like that's one of my main complaints about gaming today. Is like there's so much padding, if that makes sense. Like there's so much filler for no reason.
True.
Yeah.
Like I'll gladly take a shorter game if it means like more love and like actual like good quests and whatnot were actually put into it, and not just hey,
Yeah,
our
I'd
game's long.
I'd much rather have a
Our
6 hour
game's
game
long.
compared to a 40-hour game if the 6 hour game is awesome from start to finish and the 40-hour game is
Legit.
awesome for maybe 6 hours of that 40 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, let's
Agree.
see. I played quite a bit. I played Vampire Survivors, of course. I played The Last of Us 2. It's I don't know, I'm not getting into it as much as the first one, I will say. It hasn't clicked with me yet. We'll see. I've been playing Zenless Zone Zero, which is like a Hoyoverse game. It's actually pretty fun. It's like a hack and slash.
Alex, you've played some of that, right?
No.
Someone's mentioned that before. I know we've talked about that game before. That
I
name,
think it was in a trailer for something.
That would
That's-
probably make
I
sense.
swear someone had been playing it before. Maybe I'm just schizophrenic. That's possible.
You might be schizo.
I forgot we played golf.
I think we all are. Oh yeah, we did play golf.
Yeah.
Do we even have
played
to
a
say
little-
it?
Yeah,
That's
right?
true. Played a little bit of Labyrinthine because of the Valentine's event right now, and
Nice.
then 8-player lobbies, which is
I
crazy.
saw the announcement for that. That was pretty
Yeah, dude, we gotta play some. A little bit of Lethal Company, nothing too crazy, but a little bit of modded. Like 5 rounds of Among Us with Carlin, Kyle, and Barrett before we went to Waffle House at 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we did-
saw.
oh, that's
I
the
was
other
up
thing.
at that
We didn't
hour,
even
and
go
I'm
to-
getting messages that you're going to Waffle House. I'm like,
That's the other thing. We didn't even fucking play Roblox. We went and played Stupid Among Us. Like we
That's-
played the worst slog than Roblox, and I don't know how the
That's
hell
so
that's even
crazy.
possible.
That's so wild.
That's so mean to Among Us.
Legit.
I don't like Among Us. Y'all both know, or y'all all know this.
Well, yeah, but
Me
worse than
neither, Kyle,
Roblox?
It's okay.
Worse than
Uh,
Roblox?
so
Yes.
Cooper, you were able to confirm there's no thing for you to buy in Among Us.
Yeah, there's nothing to buy right now.
Damn.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I can't spend money, man.
Cooper loves spending money on.
He's
on
like,
Among
they
Us.
won't re-release Arcane.
It's so lame. They didn't drop it for season 2, so I don't think it's ever coming back. FOMO,
That
dude.
one
It's
pat.
killer.
L brother.
That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Oh, we played Death Road to Canada.
We
And,
did play Death Road.
Our RNG was awful. Like,
Like,
Dude, I was supposed to be a freaking medic, and
You
my
wasn't.
like my med skill was absolutely dumpster the
dude, it
entire
was
He would get the
dog
time.
water,
worst.
literally.
Yeah, he would
Okay,
get the
but,
worst
like-
medical that was possible with the bonus of medical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
but I mean, it could be worse. My guy's a mechanic.
Oh yeah.
We had a mechanic check. I didn't know how to fix the car. I'm like,
It said, yeah, Kemba looked at for a couple
And then it
hours
gave
and
us
didn't know what to
the-
do.
and then it gave us the mechanics revealed, and it's like dog shit. I'm like,
Wasn't
what the
it
fuck is
blinking?
what is this perk?
You
No, it was just like
dude,
right above
we actually
blinking.
had such a
That's
good
right.
car too. We had the fucking
I love that
alien
you
car.
We
got
had the UFO, bro.
I love that
yeah.
Cameron was the mechanic and had a really hard time and couldn't figure out the car in the game right after all the shit that he's been dealing with on his and Chelsea's cars.
Dude, the
That's
crazy
right.
thing is,
sometimes life
me and Cameron,
imitates art. Sometimes it's the other way around.
legit.
Mhm.
Like, and the night before, me and Cameron just ran a duo one, and we got you, Grant, like as a NPC one, and you fixed everything like immediately. It was crazy.
Again,
You also
life
not
imitates
only
art.
that, but
Sometimes the other way around.
you apparently had this fucking sports car that you pulled up with.
Yeah.
Dude,
And it was
legit.
like
Dude, did you
this
guys just build
absolutely
me in the
amazing-
game? There's no way this is
It was like-
RNG.
It was like an absolutely amazing whip.
We did give
It's a-
you
They did
mechanic
make you, but like
and
it was random chance for
something
you to have
else.
the stats that you had.
That's funny.
Like they made you, and then they gave you specific, like they gave you a trait and a skill,
Yeah.
and then but like all your stats were randomized, so you just happened
Yeah,
to get
hold
really
on.
high roll on your mechanics, and then also had good mechanics on top of that from your skill.
Grant, I'm gonna send you and everybody
Oh
else
yeah,
a,
dude. We gotta play like
the screenshot of
during
it.
the Orlando trip.
Yeah, but
It's so
there's only 4 people, so we have
yeah,
to.
like share, I guess,
Yeah.
or something. I don't know. We could
Or I
figure
guess
it
we
out
could
though.
do. We could do like two groups,
That is
Two
and then
me.
groups.
like switch
Yeah.
up, switch up.
That's the car you joined us with.
Looks like
Um,
Yeah, bro had a whip.
Yeah, no, it was nice, dude. It lasted
Bro,
us
is
a
it still
while.
Cooper's turn?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
fault. We keep having conversations.
Did you buy Dead by or not Dead by Daylight? Did you buy Last of Us 2's $10 thing?
No, not yet. I'm considering it though.
Return Civ and then buy
Real.
So
Damn.
brutal. So brutal.
That's absolutely wild, bro.
Nobody trying to play this trash.
He's
Return,
not-
Return Civ is I'm pretty sure the most crazy thing you've ever said.
He's not gonna play it.
I will. I actually
Yes,
did
he
play a good bit. I
will.
played a good bit of Civ 6 actually.
A good bit does not really count. You played like 40 hours, and then
I'd
I
call
played
that a
stop
good
5
bit.
hours. I played 5 hours of Civ 6.
oh never mind, you played 5 hours.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
Dang.
that's why I'm
You
like,
played
return it and
I
wait
just
for
know
a
that,
sale.
I just know that you played one practice round with me, said you hated it because you didn't give it a good chance, so you fucking deleted it, and then you came back, played one with
That
played around with me and Barrett, actually learned the game for once, and said you really enjoyed it. And
It
then
was
you
pretty
played
fun.
like you played all of 5 minutes on fucking Civ 7,
Then
and then
Among
Carlin
Us.
said, "Oh, let's go to Roblox," and you said, "No, let's go to Among Us."
No, she brought it up first. To be fair,
Yeah,
To
and
be
you just
fair,
wanted to cheese me off, so
I just want to
then
piss you off. Yeah.
I'm aware, and guess what? It fucking worked. I'm annoyed.
You're still annoyed, and this happened a
I
while
It's
ago.
yeah, legit.
a
It's
while
kind of
ago
funny
does
though.
not, bro. It happened on Thursday. That's not a while. That doesn't count as a while ago.
It's Monday.
to be
It is
crashing out
Monday.
like this, yeah.
I
It's
said
Yeah.
what
a
I
while
said.
ago.
I don't want to hear it. I said what I said.
Yeah, I mean, stand on business, son. I'm with you.
No, I'm all for it. But let's see.
What else you got, Coop?
We played like about what 12, 13 rounds of Mario Party out of the 20, because 20's a lot, dude.
We have it saved because you can save your save.
Yeah, you can
well,
save.
And you
I
which
think
is
you've
pretty sick.
always kind of been able to, but you can save it in a way that doesn't require.
It to be the last, like you can't play until you, because 8 you couldn't play unless you went back to the one you were working on.
Yeah.
And this
Gotcha.
one's like, no, you can have like 6
Ongoing games. Yeah.
ongoing games.
Which is
Yep.
pretty crazy. Yeah. Oh, Cameron helped me with the Rocket League event with Miku, which was really sick.
I did do that, yeah.
I was
Dude.
wondering why you guys are playing Rocket League.
Yeah.
Miku.
Miku.
It makes sense now.
Wilds, yeah. Dude,
Wilds.
I saw a bad side of Cameron, bro. It brings out a bad side of Cameron for real. Rocket League, bad game.
Miku is not
The online rage,
a reason to
Cameron.
play a shitty game, bro.
But Miku,
Too bad
I mean,
Cooper wasn't into
I
Apex
say
when.
Miku's not a reason to play a shitty game, but also you played Fortnite and
Yeah.
that had Miku, so
Hey,
Wait,
Rocket
You
League's
played
not bad.
Fortnite.
Rocket
I
League's
don't
not
like it.
terrible.
I mean,
I personally do not enjoy Rocket League.
Me neither. I have all the Stranger Things event, and
I
that was a
never
long
have.
time ago.
I do not
But
now, and I never have enjoyed Rocket League.
I always have
Even
problems with
whenever
Rocket
I
League.
was actually kind of good at it, I still did not really enjoy playing
Yeah.
it.
Rocket League is not a good game for me to get into. And
yeah, it's
I think
super competitive.
yeah,
You
I think
gotta
it'd be
play
fun
like
if we had
me and Cooper. Demo.
yeah, just demolitions.
You know what?
I think
I was actually kind of good at goalieing, and I hated goalieing because guess what? I never got to touch the damn ball.
yeah,
So
like it takes out the big part of the game. Yeah.
That's the thing. You don't play
and
with
then they made
randos. Can't...
Then they put Rocket League into Marvel Rivals, and that was kind of funny.
Wait, what?
Kind of. The ball mode
Fucking
was kind of.
the soccer, the Marvel Rivals soccer shit.
Oh.
The 3-on-3 soccer.
Yeah.
But tell me they weren't inspired by Rocket League making that
They
shit.
were inspired by the
For
first
sure.
Overwatch. Whatever Overwatch's first event was very similar to that.
Yeah.
they were also inspired by Splatoon.
No, they
Oh, I
weren't.
forgot
Wait.
to put the Overwatch's dev comment. Hold on. I will
Okay.
put that on the sheet.
Wait, Grant, you're saying I didn't play Apex when?
You didn't play
When
Apex when it was the peak era of us crashing out online against like
Anyone and
when we were
everyone.
playing the hardest, because you got in it right when like we were kind of dwindling off, but like you weren't
Getting
around
kind of
for
burned
the
out.
like
Yeah.
actual unreasonable anger. Jacob was the worst about it, but
Oh
we all had our moments.
no, for sure.
Look, he may
Dude.
not have been there for y'all crashing out, but he was definitely there for me crashing out many times on Apex.
Oh, absolutely, bro.
Like at least a good like 30 or 40 times we would load into a game and I would fucking alt F4 that shit.
Fair
Dude,
enough.
Apex is
I
like
would
such an awful game.
I would crash out so hard on Apex. I hate that game.
It's so bad.
So true.
I'm glad we all quit
And
it
I
because
used to
it's
think
like,
it was better than Fortnite. Honestly, I
dude,
don't really
same,
love most
same.
of
I
them
still
anymore,
think the
but
base mechanics are. I have
the
nothing
base
against
mechanics
the
are, but
actual game. It's the
The community.
microtransactions and shit all on top of it that is what
Yeah.
ruin it. The
and
base
then
No, for
and then
sure.
like
idea of battle
They're
royale,
just so
Sweaty
3 player
beyond-
sweaty.
teams, and the weapons
Sweaty beyond
loadout and the
sweaty.
characters, I thought it's all great.
I
And
do love the idea of like you have to work together pretty much. Like,
yeah,
I
I
kind of
thought
like
the
that.
It's
base
so
game
sweaty,
was
though.
a great idea, but yeah, the fan
But
base
it's-
and
don't like
the microtransactions.
The
just
problem
like,
is
bleh.
it's
That's what
only
kills it.
Apex is only
That's what kills
like
it.
viable when you're playing with friends. Playing with randoms. This kind
It's
of goes for
awful.
any
I was
online
gonna
game.
say that's
But
for
playing,
anything.
yeah. But like especially a game where it's
I
like
think it's
so
more
team
so with
oriented.
like
Yeah,
I think it's more so with Apex than it is with a lot of other games.
true.
I mean that like Apex is so heavily team oriented. If you either have to have a mic connected and be talking with your teammates the entire time, which good luck because most randoms don't use mic, or you have to just like attempt to be
Use the end game
randomly
comms. You got to
coordinated.
use the
Yeah,
end
like
game
randomly.
comms. Yeah,
Yeah, which are
Yeah, you have to be
awful.
randomly coordinated. I guess yeah, you could use in-game comms, but that's still not a great option.
I mean it's
I mean, they're
barbaric.
not
It's basically
bad,
like
but
pinging stuff. Like here's an item or
yeah,
here's an enemy, and then
yeah.
try to
Yeah.
lead if they don't move. But if they're moving, stick with them and just hope it works out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else you got, Coop?
Anyway, yeah. Golf with friends. We did. Who was it? Was it Jacob that was going crazy? And getting
He
like
usually
all like
does.
below par and such.
I mean, he was the leader. Like he's the one that knew all the shots. I don't know if he was going
Yeah.
crazy at any particular point. He got at least one or something.
He got at
I
least
don't know.
one. Yeah. Yeah. And let's see. Oh yeah, I went to Kyle's birthday party, which was a lot of fun.
Nice.
I
Um, I went to play a little bit of pickleball before that as well. I literally got woke up and I got a call and it's like, "Hey, you want to come play pickleball?" I was like, "Okay."
From who?
Seth.
Oh. Dang, he got y'all
Nice.
to go play pickleball. You didn't text me.
You
You
were
were with
getting ready,
Taylor.
busy.
For
Yeah, you were
birthday.
I'm hurt, bro.
my
Yeah,
fault.
that's 2 extra people. We could have played doubles.
Oh shit. Well, dude. There's a big group. It was 7 of us.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's too many.
Hey, I made it an odd number, but I was like, "Oh well, I'll figure it out." Dude, they were all like actually good though. I felt awful.
Cooper's like, ah, man, I'm no longer the big fish.
That's crazy.
No,
You
Cooper's
already
like,
was
all
the
right,
big
whoever
fish.
gets me gets the anchor on their team. So which one of y'all three is better?
Legit.
I was like, Cooper already wasn't much of a big fish.
um, let's see. Yeah, we did 5 a.m. Waffle House, which was peak, and I traded one of the Dave the Diver physical copies I got because Cameron was like, "Hey, you should grab me one, and I'll get you something. You'll see." I was like, "Okay."
I had already
And
grabbed him something by that point, actually.
Nice.
yeah, probably well before that point, but it's pretty sick. I'll send a picture. It's a
Oh, you're
Lightning
not gonna turn on
McQueen.
your webcam for it?
I don't. It doesn't work. Remember?
Oh.
I
I
tried to get it to
sent you a
work.
fix. Did you try that?
I haven't tried it. I'll be honest.
Doesn't surprise me.
No, but it's a Lightning McQueen Magic Band, which is really
I
sick.
don't know two
Very
of those
nice.
people, but I know the rest of them.
Yeah.
The four that are like closest to you, I know.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of them went to Auburn High apparently.
Yeah, the
Crazy.
Jeremy
It's
is right
unfortunate.
behind Seth. He went to Auburn High. Joe behind it. Seth went to Auburn High, and Michael right next, like in between you and Seth, went to Auburn
Yeah.
High. The other two people I don't recognize, but they could have gone as well. Anyway,
Is that it?
And then yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I have the PlayStation display case,
Oh, right.
which is kind of cool. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
what the hell is the
Okay,
Lightning
well,
McQueen thing?
I accidentally
It's a magic
spun the
band.
wheel.
It's a Magic Band. It's like this
Premature
one.
spin. Um,
So who's it?
Sorry, there you go.
me.
All good. Yay.
So I have also been spending money, but very little. I have mostly been playing off of my emulation setup because the other half of all of this effort is that now I have a consolidated location of ROMs and save files that are all in the same place, which then enables me to quickly switch between emulation and flashcards on real hardware. For my birthday, I got myself this. This is the Easy Flash Omega Definitive Edition, is what the official name is. It's a
Is it just like a
popular flash cart
flash
for Game
drive?
Boy Advance.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a GBA cart, but there's a micro SD card
Oh, I
slot right
see.
there. They've made them before. This company has, and they're really well liked. But they call this the definitive edition because it has one much more high quality chips because people started to like them, so they became more serious. And also, it has a
Yeah.
bunch of hardware that I mentioned earlier from like the Tumor GBA carts. So it's got like rumble built in. And like
That's
I didn't
cool.
realize the drill dozer on Game Boy Advance. I brought that up to you guys that we need to play that for
Yeah,
Game of the Week.
previously.
It's a Tumor cart. It comes with a rumble motor in the original cartridges. So this gives you that rumble, but you don't have to have a stupid cartridge. It's just built into this, which is
Ooh.
really cool. Game Boy Advance games with rumble is off-putting, dude. The first time you feel it, you're like, whoa, wait, no, this thing is not supposed to shake. There's no rumble in this system. Why is there rumble? It's pretty weird. It's got a real-time clock for all the Pokemon games. It's also got the ability to emulate all of the DS GBA cart editions, so like the RAM for internet browsing. And also, it can let you transfer Pokemon from Game Boy Advance games to DS games, with this.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's set up here. It's all the
Like,
features, literally everything
easily,
you could do.
or you've got to do
Yes.
the
I
you've
mean,
got to go through the castle in the game where it's like, oh, now you got to go catch it in the stupid safari, and you can only have 6 Pokemon transferred at a time.
so
Well, that's like a game issue, Alex. That's not really a
the way around that is that cartridges like this have discrete save files for each game because it's not one cartridge, it's generic. So you can access those save files and change
And
them.
just move it over.
So you can download a save file with everything you need in it, put it on here as your Game Boy Advance save, and then put it in your DS and transfer those Pokemon over.
so the hard way.
I mean, hard way.
Like,
You want to call
for-
it the hard way, but it's a Google search, a downloaded file, and a copy to the SD card. That's all it takes.
No, like the having to actually do it like catching the Pokemon in the DS game, like Alex was saying.
Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't do anything on the DS side of it. It just lets you have
Do
the
it,
Pokemon there. Yeah.
which is
Okay.
that's pretty good,
But no matter,
especially nowadays.
I have this too. This is a flash cart for DS. It's a very popular brand. It's called R4. You can buy them from a multitude of places. Speaking of illegal suits from Amazon, I bought this one from Amazon, but you can buy it anywhere. And it's super illegal because it came with a micro SD card already in it that had every fucking Nintendo DS ROM released in the US in it. Like 8 gigs of DS ROMs, which is a lot for DS ROMs.
That is a lot.
So that's super illegal, but it came to me with that. I replaced the micro SD card for a bigger one, and I took all those ROMs off of there because free ROMs, that's less stuff I have to download. And now this lets me do the same thing as the GBA flash cart, but for DS games. It works on every DS and every 3DS. You can't play 3DS games with it. It's DS cart only. There's a different one you can get. Well, you don't need it for 3DS games because you can just homebrew the console and load the games online. So yeah, and this one just came in today. I've had the GBA flash cart for a few days. It is great. This is kind of another missing piece of mine. I've been wanting to do this online cloud-based emulation setup thing for a while, but I hate having to leave original hardware because there is straight up a different feel playing on original hardware and using original cartridges. So now what this lets me do is keep using my original hardware with my save files without having to worry about the games degrading and breaking over time, just like the chips wearing out. That's become an increasingly big concern for me, and all my game collection in general is this stuff like just decaying. And hopefully it shouldn't, given that I keep it in a nice environment and everything. But you never know; chips just go bad, discs rot over time. It's gonna happen someday. So this eases my concerns about playing on cartridges now that are old because I'm really worried they're gonna conk out. And like dealing with save batteries is a bitch. That's burned me multiple times already. It killed my Oracle of Seasons run when I was trying to play through that game. So goal is to revisit a lot of things with these flash carts without the concern. And also now I can play I'm gonna play Soul Silver. I don't have to buy Soul Silver to play it now, so I don't have to spend fucking $150.
Right.
And it has been
That's my thing.
truly great. The last hardware thing before I get into what I've been playing with those. This is pretty boring. That is not a Game Boy Advance battery. If you can tell, it's a generic lithium polymer battery, but it is made by Retro Game Repair Shop. Shout out to that website. They sell a bunch of modding equipment, very cheap and high quality. It comes in a little adapter to make it fit in here, and it's 950 milliamp hours, which is 1.5x original, I think, maybe 2x original, something like that. I don't know, but it's good, and it's a new battery. Do not use original hardware batteries for these things anymore. It's 2025. They're way too old, and even if they aren't puffing up and going bad, they probably don't hold much of a charge anymore. So highly recommended to get a quality replacement battery. I had one in here from eBay that was basically trash. It was like $6 and it said 600 milliamp hours on it. It was probably more like 200. I Googled it and said that's basically what all the Chinese batteries do, which is why I had to pony up the extreme amount of $15 for this battery instead of $6 because it's an actual quality battery. So yeah, my GBA has new life in it now. I can play it for 8 to 10 hours without having to worry about the battery going dead. The old battery
Oh yeah.
would go bad in like 30 minutes straight up. The light would turn red and so quick. I hated that thing. Now, for what I've been playing, I mentioned Drill Dozer. I'll start with that. Drill Dozer is a fun little action platformer made by Game Freak. It's one of the few games they've made that's not Pokemon, and it is so good. It is super unique. The drill mechanic is way more fun than I thought it would be, and it takes a couple levels to really get into it, like using the drill mechanic heavily. But starting at like level 3, you get your first taste of like a serious drilling sequence that you have to do that like traverse quickly. It's like um, it's like if each level was a self-contained Metroidvania. It feels like because there's a lot of backtracking and going back to places you already were, but it's not in an annoying way. Like you get looped back to the beginning and now you have to know which other one to do. And it doesn't have the difficulty of a Metroidvania either because it's level contained, so it's pretty small, usually pretty obvious, but it does feel kind of like it. The graphics look great, sound
Nice.
design is very good. And really it's just the drilling mechanic is super fun. It is a great game and we should definitely do it for game of the week. I will help everybody set up an emulator so they can play it if we need to do that because the game is expensive. That's why I've never played it till now. But it is so much fun.
Oh yeah.
I've
What's
played
it on?
Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
Yeah, you should throw it on your thingy you got, Kyle.
Well, I'm gonna check if it's on there.
Yeah,
But
probably
Cooper
already
has one of
is.
those too, so then you'd only have to help Alex and Cameron set up one.
True. True.
Um, I've also played a good bit of Advance Wars. I realized pretty quickly that the one on Switch has the fast forward feature that's not in the original game, so that kind of sucks. But I haven't been playing it super seriously. I've just been, you know, playing some. Um, I've put a decent amount of time into Pokemon Emerald. I'd say like 2 or 3 hours because that's another game I don't own and I don't want to buy it now because the price is crazy. And I do have a reproduction cart, but
But it's a
take it.
repo cart.
There's a reason why I went on a rant about repo carts earlier, and that cart is the fucking cart that did it. Uh, it did it like after the first time I saved, I turned it off, turned it back on to check because I had never used a repo cart before, and it was like, save files corrupted. And I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Okay, so yeah, now I can't use that anymore. So now I can finally play Emerald comfortably. So I just beat the first gym a little bit ago. Um, and then the R4 cart, I got set up today and tried it out. It works. I've moved all my saves and ROMs over. So whenever I want to like my plan is when I'm around town and I have access to whatever I want to play, I can use flash carts to play on original hardware. And then when I want to play on the TV, I can, or when I want to play if I'm going somewhere out of town, I can put everything on my Steam Deck and I still have it all. And all it takes is me putting an SD card in my computer and copying some files back over to Dropbox. Bing bang boom.
Dang.
So it's all coming
Quite,
together. It's all pretty slick.
quite the setup.
I am
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, really?
I'm giddy as a pig in slop, dude. Uh the yeah,
I
the
just am a pig in slop.
R4 cart is a little scummy because they were built with time bombs, which is basically like it's programmed
Oh,
to
no.
stop working at a certain date because they want you to buy another one.
Yep.
But they've long since made firmware that you can load onto this that just deletes the time bomb. So I watched
They
a YouTube
have, or
video
someone
on
else did.
They did not. Someone else did. There was a YouTube video I found from like 4 months ago. Someone made a whole R4 demo setup, and they dropped a link to a Mega NZ file download that was like, take this zip file and extract it onto the SD card you put on your R4. It's got all the firmware in it, everything lined up, and then he goes into tutorial of the firmware because it's like he all set it up. So
That's really fucking scummy though that they would be like,
yeah,
it will
it
just
is.
stop working.
But that's capitalism,
Uh,
baby.
and
It's
he proved it. He was like, "Here,
predatory
he took
capitalism, but
one
it's
that came
capitalism.
out in like 2018. He's like, here's one from 2018 that was time bombed. Here's my firmware. I'm gonna set my 3DS to 2099, and it still works. So seems pretty bulletproof. I'm very excited to
Nice.
play around with this more because something that I have never done is cheats, like funny cheats. I want to see, like what PBG used to post, like the hacking videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of these flashcards let you do that stuff. They come with cheats, and you can enable them or per game. You know, turn them on, turn them off. Pick which ones you want. So I
That's
definitely want to
sick.
mess around with that and see, what kind of laughs I can have. So that's mostly what I've
mode.
been playing. I played a little bit more Pokemon Heart Gold. I beat the power plant in Kanto, like the first thing you have to do once you get there. Played golf, played Huzzatabun. I played a little Balatro. Did not really make much of any progress. I failed on the run that I had left from like 2 months ago because I totally forgot what my plan of attack was for that deck, and then got like halfway into another one and had to quit because of something else. So I need to go
So
back
now
to that before
you're
I
gonna have
forget.
that same.
Yeah, I need to go back before I forget again. Although I don't think I was really all that far into it. The other one I was like on ante 6 or 7. Like I was pretty deep.
Holy crap! Yeah.
I instantly died. Like 2 rounds, I was dead. I didn't know where I was.
Who am I? What am I? What's going
I've
on?
also
Who are you
been
people?
doing. Let's see. No. I played on my buddy Simrig at the party yesterday I went to. He's got a new racing rig that's like, you guys think, I mean, like that seat is cool as hell to me, but that is chump change compared to what this dude has. He's got a full aluminum frame, like racing seat setup with a 3.5 or 5 Newton meter torque wheel. And what that means in English is that it
Wow.
is really strong. It's a really strong motor behind the wheel, so it is very realistic to actual driving. Where like if you don't have a firm grip on the wheel, fully locked in, that thing is going to yank right out of your hands.
Yeah.
It's very
Fun.
realistic. Full gated
That's
7-speed shifter with reverse. Pedals with realistic feel that's kind of crazy. Triple 16x10 monitors with prisms in the corners to connect the screens. I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool. And then a fourth monitor up top to deal with the computer stuff because it's all running through just a gaming PC. So that's crazy and makes my sim rig feel like trash in comparison. But I would never do something like that. That was probably a couple thousand just to do all that.
Also, you have to have the space and everything else for it too.
Yeah, it's big. I'm sure you guys can imagine what 3 16x10 monitors look like. Big.
Big.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
like, I love racing games. They're super fun, one of my favorite genres. But I would never get anything more than like just a standard sort of driving rig like what you have.
Yeah, well the
Simulation rig.
difference is that he doesn't really like he plays video games. But he mostly built this because he's really into cars. Like he likes racing like IRL.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this kind of rig is like a hyper realistic, like he's got an actual racing wheel on it with all these like configurable buttons on it and a 7-segment display,
Yeah.
and stuff like it's just so much configurable stuff. It's very realistic, and it's because he reasoned that if he built the sim rig, then he wouldn't drive his car as much, so he wouldn't buy gas as much, and also, put wear on the car and have to maintain things more. So
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's
I
also
feel
expensive.
like I feel like the gas isn't, if you're just basing it on gas, it's going to take forever to balance out. But
wear
cars
and
are
tear is
fucking
definitely
expensive.
something. Yeah, wear and tear is definitely one of those things that I can
yeah,
understand.
and like gas isn't much for him because it's a GR86, so it's naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. It's not that gas guzzler of a car. But he
Can't
does.
relate.
He rides an aggressive camber, so his tires are going to wear faster. His brakes are going to wear if he goes and drives hard a bunch. The brakes are going to wear much quicker. All the maintenance, like you got to change your fluids more often when you drive your car like that. You got to do this, that, and the other.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
All of the things.
I'll
have
just
to
stay
be done
being the friend
quicker.
that gets to come over sometimes with a 6-pack and begged to let me drive the sim rig.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Correct.
And yeah,
Did you drive any cool cars in it?
I mean, you could drive whatever you want. I drove like a Lotus, and I drove my car, obviously.
But you have to drive your own car. It's
Yeah, one of my other buddies just got a Golf GTI like a couple months ago, and he was at the
sick.
party, and he had never driven on it before, so we got his car set up in there and let him drive for a little bit.
hell yeah.
You get to experience driving your own car thing. So yeah, it was good. And then other than that, really, I've been spending my free time digging into Game Boy Advance modding in general because I was really interested in it a couple years ago. I couldn't reason to spend the money. Now things are a lot cheaper and easier. They just seem to get cheaper and easier every year. So I'm looking at maybe adding like an audio jack to this SP or something like that because currently you have to use an adapter, which is stupid. No, this is
That's
not a
your
modern
orange
handheld.
one,
This is a
right?
Game Boy Advance. God damn it. Yeah.
To be fair, we're getting back to a point where things don't have audio jacks.
Everything else did. This is yeah. I mean, it was goofy. It's portability in 2004. What are you gonna get? But yeah, maybe some metal buttons if I want. They make metal shells now for the SP, which looks sick, but they're actually like $150. That's crazy.
That's wild.
And those aren't likely to go down either because they know only so many people are going to buy those anyways.
Yeah, well, injection molding plastic versus they do like it's like
Injection.
forged. Like each set is custom CNC machined out of a block of aluminum, so it takes a lot
Yeah, that's
longer to
not
make,
cheap.
and you have to pay for the block of aluminum. They have a brass one too. You can get solid brass, and it's 170 or like 200. It's the most expensive, but it's straight up brass. You can get the buttons too. You can make an entire Game Boy Advance SP that's like probably 2 pounds and solid brass.
That's
Ultimate
crazy.
bougie
Heavy.
DS
Heavy.
or
Hell yeah,
GBA.
brother.
But look, someone tries to steal it, rob you, just pull out your and smack them with it.
Wow.
Ow! Leave a nice, Game Boy DS, whatever
What's that?
size mark on them.
What's that one
Yeah.
stupid Trump quote from a few years ago? It's like, yeah, a brick, you can't really throw a brick, but a can of soup, you can really put some power into that. We need to reform that quote, but based around a solid brass Game Boy Advance. Brass knuckles, brass advance, bro. That's funny. All right, that's all I got.
Build's different.
Let's see who's gonna be last.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I got
It's
PS
gonna be me,
Plus as well.
probably, if
It
you're not
renewed.
No,
Who's
Cameron's last. Celebrate.
Let's
Praise
go!
be.
Let's
Kyle's going.
go!
Let's go! Fuck
Crazy.
you, Cameron!
Celebrating.
All right, Kyle, what you got?
Worst for last.
Okay. I'll start with birthday, I guess. I got this, which came from my friend Cece works at the movie theater.
Were you
And she
drinking out of
got
that
me-
earlier, or maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna
Yeah.
say I thought I saw you drinking out of that.
Yep. I had a Andy Gator IPA out of this.
Nice.
But yeah. War of the Rohirrim special tankard. It was like a thing of merch they had at the movie theaters. She picked one up for me. It's plastic, but it's actually like it's huge.
It,
Like
dude,
it's
pretty
very
good, yeah.
large.
I saw it in person. Like
But-
it's actually pretty good.
Well, this was a 19.5, I think. 19.2 fluid ounce beer. As a tall boy, and it filled it up to like here. It still had plenty of room.
As
So
a
plenty of
mug as
headroom
it
to
should be.
slosh around. Yeah, it had
Yeah.
plenty of headroom to slosh around, so there was no danger of spillage.
Nice.
But she
Are we
also
reviewing cups now?
yeah.
All Night Cups podcast.
All that cup.
Yes. She also got me this.
A doohickey of some
Dude.
kind.
It's
A
a drinking horn.
thingamabob.
So this is a stand for
Oh,
it.
I see.
You take the drinking
yeah.
horn out, and then this is like a neck strap. So if you or like a shoulder strap. So if you wanted to, take it with you or do
Dude,
something.
you gotta wear that while we're playing disc golf.
No.
That's how
If
it
you wanted
gets
to-
broke.
if you wanted to do something like she does like a lot of cosplay and stuff. I'd probably only take it out and use it whenever I'm going to like a D&D game or something like that.
That makes sense.
Or if I just really want to feel like a Viking for the day, which let's face it, I want to do that quite often. So I've already I had a monster out of it yesterday.
True
'cause
Viking
I-
fashion.
yeah, true Viking fashion. You have an energy drink after your horn.
I'm pretty sure if a
But,
Viking drank a monster, they'd die. Like an actual Viking, if
Probably.
you could travel back and give a Viking a monster.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I mean, it holds a lot of liquid. But honestly, my biggest complaint about it is the fact that it's plastic. It's not actual horn, which
I
does
mean,
kind of suck.
how much was it?
Oh no, I'm not expecting her to go out and buy a horn.
I was
Like
gonna
an
say
actual
that was
drinking
probably
horn,
like
'cause
$30. So
those-
actual horn
no,
one's gonna be like $400.
I've actually
Dude,
I would
it's
say
gonna
I've
be-
actually
yeah.
looked into getting myself a horn, and if you get like depending on obviously what color, what size, but if you get the one that I was looking at is like a medium size horn, and it was like a dark brown color with like white streaks in it. It looked beautiful, but it was fucking like $3.99
Yeah, checks
plus
out.
for like the medium size
$4.
horn with it was like a medium sized horn that had a leather strap on it, but it was like an adjustable leather strap, not like that one which is static.
It better be
And then
for
it
400
came,
bucks.
I would say, and it came
Yeah.
with a stand similar to that one, but it was it had like s- carved carved intricacies into the horn, both on the stand and the actual drinking horn. It was gorgeous. I do not have that kind of money. I really want it, but it's gonna be a later down the line sort
I
of
want
thing.
that kind of money, dog. I just
Yeah,
$400
for
for a
real.
horn
Just-
I drink out of like twice. Yeah,
Me
sure.
too.
Yeah,
Well, okay,
like-
but if that's the thing, like if I had one, I would drink out of it way
Like
more
daily,
often.
bro.
Like, I wouldn't say daily, because
Maybe not daily, but like
then I would say then I'd have to because I wouldn't drink any like I drink Monster out of this because it's plastic and I can just go and wash it. But an actual horn is gonna hold onto those flavors a little bit more, so I wouldn't drink.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drink. Like,
Yeah, specific
try
drinks
anything
only
except for-
and
Yeah,
wash
like specific
instructions
drinks
very
only, like-
specific.
Like beers
Yeah.
and braggots and shit is probably the only thing that's that's gonna go in
That's-
that actual horn.
Dude, an
Um,
actual horn is the kind of thing that you get when you're like.
That's what I'm saying, like, whenever I'm
you
secure in
have
my
no, well,
Yeah.
not just secure in your finances, but like you have no roommates. Nobody's gonna just fuck it up. You know, it's like,
Exactly,
oh well,
exactly.
it's
Um,
dirty. I gotta wash it, dude. I can taste the soap 3 months later.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
I also got for myself. I got 2 cigars. So I already smoked one of them, but it was a Southern Draw. Something I can't remember. I want to say it was Havana, Southern Draw Havana, something like
Hmm.
that. And then I have this one, which is an Fuente Rosado Gran Reserva.
Bro, you gotta
and-
learn a little Spanish. If you're gonna be reading cigars, you gotta learn.
Rosado Gran Reserva. I don't know. I don't speak I don't speak Spanish, but
I don't
Speak
Cuban.
Cuban.
That's what I heard.
I know that. I know that. I corrected myself. Okay,
Yeah,
buddy.
you caught it. You caught it.
I know that
Okay, buddy.
Fuente is a very good cigar brand, so I'm excited to smoke this one. I haven't smoked it yet. I'm probably gonna do on either tomorrow or Wednesday, whenever I have a good bit of free time in the afternoon. And then I got from Cooper for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
And I don't have like all the birthday stuff yet because both Barrett and Luke said that they have stuff in transit, so I might have more stuff to share next week. But I don't remember if y'all. I don't know if y'all remember a couple weeks ago on the show I was talking about Lego Battles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Cooper got me Lego Battles,
Very
which
nice.
is absolutely huge. If I had my DS with me, I'd probably be playing it right now.
Oh yeah. So wait, do you still have your DS?
For the nostalgia, huh?
Do you still like have your DS? Like, is it
I
like
don't
in your
have my
parents'
I don't
house?
have my DS. I have a 3DS, and assuming my parents did not throw it out, it should be at their place.
Should be at their. Okay. Okay.
I mean,
But
wait. Well, did your parents get it for you?
get what?
The
The
3DS.
Yes.
Then
Then
probably
most
not.
likely they're not gonna have tossed it out because they know how expensive it was.
Yeah, I know, but you'd be surprised what my parents. I mean, my parents threw out a Wii and all of the Wii games.
Oh.
Fucking,
Damn.
yeah.
Did they at least sell it?
Gotta
Or
go
they
get
just-
the
No, yeah,
3DS
we
then.
sold them. We sold them at
Oh,
GameStop.
okay. I was
but,
gonna say that's wild.
yeah.
For $5,
That's also
go
wild.
get
Dude. You
your
got
3DS.
$2.
No, yeah, we got nothing, and we had both. We had Galaxy, Galaxy 2. The Blob was in there. Epic Mickey, like some actually
Oh,
good Wii
dude,
games.
some
We're in
classics.
that.
Yeah.
We're in that mix, and we got like basically nothing for it. But the
That's
Best I
big
can do is
GameStop
hit,
for ya.
$2.
Go get your
Fucking
big hit- I
3DS.
mean, actually, Lego Battles is a big hit as well because I love that game.
Got
But
you.
something that I was not expecting, I wasn't expecting either. But apparently, I saw Lego Battles at their house and asked whose it was before I got it. That's what Haley told me at the party. She was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently she's like, you saw it and asked
Wasn't
whose
that the
it was."
same thing with Club
Yeah.
Penguin?
I think the
Yeah,
same thing
he-
happened with Club
Cooper,
Penguin
you
too.
were
Yeah.
terrible at hiding
I need to
shit,
hide
dude.
shit, bro.
Yeah,
Kyle
stop
knows
leaving
the-
things out.
It's not. I mean, it's not that he's doing a bad job hiding. It's just the fact that I go in the office and I'm like, "Oh, sick! Look at this."
Yeah, that's a bad
What's
job
in this-
hiding.
What's in this box?
Anyway.
Put it
Yeah,
in.
it's Lego Battle.
Oh yeah, literally. I was like, "Who's this, bro? That's fire." And Cooper was like, "It's mine. It's mine."
He did that with Club Penguin, dude. Wait.
Yeah, he did. He did. Anyway,
Ugh.
Cooper got me. This is Civilization 1 on the SNES.
Wow.
Right, because that's what you've been so hyped
Yeah.
for.
Complete in
Yeah, dude,
box.
that's what you've been-
It is so
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Like that's what you've been talking about, bro. That's why I had to get it
complete
for
in
you.
box. Yeah. No, it's so.
Oh, that's a
sick.
repro box. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
It looked like an OG box with the plastic protector
It's-
on it.
No,
I
unfortunately,
saw
all the
that.
boxes
it's
I
not,
found.
It's not the OG box, but it is.
Yeah, I've got some
It's the
repro
game.
cases from that company for my
And-
N64 games. I
Yeah.
know what those are. They're good.
And in about as good a condition as I could have expected, because not only is this an extremely old game, but I know that people that love the Civ franchise definitely want it. I
Oh,
also
yeah.
have the manual.
I was gonna
next to
say,
me.
bro, we can't be
Yeah.
calling a
And
complete in
it
box
is-
without the manual. Where's the manual
I'll say,
at?
I mean, the back page is
falling
a little
off,
bit
yeah.
in rough condition.
Yeah,
I'm probably
I've got a
gonna
SNES manual
either
like that
tape it
too.
or staple it to the credits page.
Yeah.
But he got me the Civ 1 for the SNES manual as well, which is absolutely fire. And once I fix this back page and I feel like it's safe to actually open it, I am definitely going to thumb through that.
Oh yeah.
But my question for you, Grant, because I don't know
For
much
me?
about SNES games.
Okay.
Is there a way, or is there like a device to get that I can plug a SNES game into and it displays on the PC without buying an SNES? Or do I have to have
No,
one?
no. There are things that you can plug into your PC and connect a SNES card to and like rip the ROM file off and rip the save file off and stuff. And then you can play those files in an emulator, and you can also restore them back to the cartridge if at some point you do have a SNES and want to see it run on the cartridge or something. But there's nothing that will directly take a SNES cart, plug it into your PC through USB, and emulate it directly off the cart. There's one for like
Gotcha.
Game Boy, but it's super lame because it still emulates it. It just emulates it off the cart.
Pretends.
And it
That
doesn't
doesn't make
really
any
run it off the
sense.
cart. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like if you're like gaming for dummies, then it works just
Mhm.
fine. But when you're at like a high level of emulation and you really care about that kind of stuff, it's
What it
kind of
looks
lame.
like, yeah.
Now, there's a couple things you can get.
In that
One,
case,
there's a box you can buy that will come pre-installed if you want, and it has literally everything from NES up to N64, including handhelds and Game Boy Advance slots
Oh,
on it. You
wow.
can plug any cart from any of those games into it and do that kind of stuff. The other thing is that they don't make this anymore, so it would be an expensive route. But the analog Super NT is the analog FPGA recreation of a SNES. It has USB micro B power and HDMI out. It's very small. You can put an SD card in it to boot custom firmware and do the same ROM ripping and save ripping that I was talking about if you want to emulate it.
Mhm.
And it also is a cycle accurate emulation of a SNES through FPGA. So it's like hardware emulation, sort of,
Yeah.
kind of. So it runs perfectly accurately and upscales it all to 720p or 1080p, whatever you want, and through
Right.
HDMI. So you can just plug it into a TV. It's lagless. It's basically flawless execution of the code, but they don't make those anymore, so that's kind of expensive.
So what I'm getting is it's gonna be pretty hard to.
You're
play
spending
it.
money. You're spending money anyway. It doesn't matter what you want to play on or how you want to
Yeah.
play that. You're spending money to play that game. You either can spend money to play it authentically and deal with it being on that cartridge forever, or you can spend the money to rip the data off that cartridge and say you're playing the exact same stuff that was on that cartridge. But realistically, what I would do is I would find that ROM, I would emulate it, and then whenever you get the ability to play that cartridge, I would just go with the Super NT or get one of those ROM rippers then, and then you can just inject your save file from your emulator onto the cartridge and then stick the cartridge in, and it'll work like it was there the whole time.
Well, I guess I'll see you in a couple hours. I'm driving up to Huntsville.
Man, we have. Wait, which
And I'm
is
not
it?
leaving until I
SNES?
finish my first game of Civ 1.
If you need the ROM, I definitely probably already have it downloaded. I can send it to you. I have to look. I think I have the entire ROM sets for NES and SNES, like
That'd be
global.
sick.
Oh yeah.
That'd be sick. But yeah, and then I got two gifts technically from my parents, but one of them hasn't come to fruition yet because it won't happen until um, spring break. But now that everyone in my nuclear family is over the age of 21, we are going to Vegas for a weekend, and we're gonna go. Um, I think we're staying at the New York, I believe. So pretty cool area of Vegas, and
Yeah.
we're gonna
Get drunk
go
and blow a bunch of money.
have some fun. Yeah, literally those exact things.
That's what you do
But
in
the
Vegas.
first gift they gave me, the first gift they gave me, which I knew about before Christmas time because I told my dad specifically that's what I wanted for my birthday, was the Founders Edition Civ 7, which was it's $120 of Civ content, and I got to play it. Like, it gave me a whole bunch of new characters, like all the available DLCs that you could get for pre-release. So I mean, it's one of those that kind of soul sucky because you have to pay extra in order to get the full thing on launch, but it also isn't like there's nothing that they added that changed the game in a big way. A lot of it was special cosmetics that I got for getting the $120 version, and then there was I think two characters that were already in the game but got different versions of that same character that I can play as that look slightly different from each other and have like I think two different abilities, but the rest of the abilities are the same.
Intriguing.
I have been able to play it since it came out on the 11th. I got to play it 5 days early, so I've been able to play it on the 6th, February 6th. I've been able to play. So as of today, I've had the game for 11 days, and I've already put in 62.5 hours, while also having to go to work and school. So uh,
Sounds like me
I've
with Mario Odyssey, dude.
I've played a good amount already, and I don't feel like stopping. It's really, really, really fun. I also Brendan got me Lord of the Rings Return to Moria, so I'm gonna be playing that probably within the next week. And he also got me Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, so I'll be playing that
Ooh.
and seeing how that is too.
Very nice.
Yeah, and obviously all the other things that people mentioned, I played with them. I did. Um, I'm lame and did not play Game of the Week because I kind of forgot about it until earlier this morning, and then I had to go to work, and then I got back and I had to immediately hop
Normally I'd
on.
bash you, but it was your birthday last week, so you get a
Yeah,
pass.
you get a pass.
Only this once,
Yeah.
buddy. Don't get comfortable. I'm
All
watching
right,
you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It's your birthday.
You get
For
one
now.
a
You get a
year.
pass.
For now,
You get one a
you're
year.
good. For now.
Yeah. I'll give 2 a year. I'll give birthday and Christmas.
That's fair.
Maybe
Sounds
Thanksgiving.
good.
All right, well,
All right,
Cameron.
I got 10 months till I can fuck up again.
Yeah, Cameron, finish this out.
All right. Golly, this is one of our longest.
Yeah, I was
corners.
gonna say when we got through
Yeah.
this, I was like, we're already about 2.5 into the show, so the rest of this is gonna be fast paced.
very, very fast.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Played Death Road to Canada with Cooper, and then with Kyle and Alex as well. Played Mario Wonder, which we already said Kyle rage quit on.
True.
I played the game that was
Don't rage
supposed
quit.
to be game of the week, but we changed it to because of Yakuza. I did the Tetris 99 event, which I think they've been expanding the date on.
Well, that is the thing. Actually, before you go,
Mm.
I did play the original Game of the Week. I just didn't play the new Game of the Week.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
The legend of the game of the week.
The
Yeah.
legend. Let's see. Whole podcast I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom. Just
Thank
because
God.
if I don't do story shit, then I don't have to worry about them saying words, and that makes it easy.
Bruh.
Like Cooper mentioned, he gave me Dave Diver while we were home.
Let's go.
We went home. Let's see what else. We played golf. We played. I feel like
You
there.
bought. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I
You
bought
bought something like
things.
GameStop, right?
I didn't buy. Yeah, he actually did. I'll get to that.
Sorry.
Let's see. We forgot to mention last podcast that we went and did a deep dark. It was the largest fucking deep dark we've ever seen.
Dude, that deep dark just kept going.
We triggered so many that it was like we'd walk like 2 steps and there'd be like 4
Another
alarm
one,
thingies for
literally.
for the guardians. So it fucking sucked. Wait, not guardians. What are they called? Wardens.
Warden.
Wardens. It fucking sucked. I hated it. It was the way too many fucking alarms in that one spot. I don't know if
Dude,
that's
it's
because we're on
awful.
hard or what, but it sucked.
No, just crazy generation.
was rough.
Yeah.
While we're home, I picked up Herb Mentality's Christmas pack. Haven't gotten to play it yet, but we have it. Played some Rocket League, like Cooper said.
True.
Don't think I've played anything on PS5 because we've been so busy. And I bought some games. Yay, games!
Mario 3D Land,
Yay.
Star Fox Assault.
Yeah.
I mean, not bad for the price.
Yeah. And even both of them came with the manuals too.
Beautiful.
So,
Yeah, that's actually very good for the price.
all right, this is Command. This isn't Assault. This is Command.
Oh, well.
Tomato.
Star Fox and the
This-
DS, neither of them are like that extraordinary, so it doesn't really matter.
This is very clearly an early DS game because it requires you to play with the stylus.
Love that.
We'll see if I actually play that or not. That might just be for the collection. I have been playing a lot of 3D Land though, because I didn't, we didn't get it when I first got my 3DS XL.
I remember
either Alex.
you borrowed it from me. I think I borrowed.
Yeah.
We traded games. I borrowed one of yours, and like we just played it for like a week or two, and then gave them back.
Yeah. So I'm finally getting to play it. I think what I've been missing lately is just having like a 3D platformer. I mean this is 2.5D, but it just something to sink my teeth into that's not just here's an ever fucking expansive open world. No, it's just
Good
nice
old
tight platforming.
pre-Switch Nintendo slop.
Mm-hmm. Nice tight platforming that I don't have to, you know,
Think
I don't
about.
have to get heavily invested. I'm 4 worlds in, like, or not. I'm like through 4 worlds, like 100% wise. Gold flag, 3 coins, the works. You know, I'm like, this is what I've been missing.
Yeah.
Just something,
Uh,
just
Also, I know
meaty,
like
like
every
very
game in
meaty.
the Mario series has a good soundtrack. There's not really any with a bad soundtrack, but Super Mario 3D Land is not talked out about enough. I think that's the best soundtrack in the Mario series. I fucking love that music,
I
dog.
I feel like it, like when I, because I usually have it turned down a bit, but I feel like every time I listen in, I'm like, okay, so they're kind of remixing this from one of the other games, which is not a bad move. I don't think. I'm enjoying it, obviously. Um,
Yeah, it's
I
just like the orchestral big band jazz
mm,
that they've since done with a bunch of Mario games, but like that was the first time I had heard it like that. And it's
yeah,
like
Yeah.
I don't want to give any of the later ones the credit because that one is
3D Land is slept on, dude.
I think that's
It
the first
actually
game with
is.
the soundtrack that is like pinpoint accuracy Mario music. Like
Mm,
you just can't get more spot on than what that soundtrack is, and I think that's
true,
why it's so
true.
great. But also, I love big band jazz, and that shit slaps, son. It's good music. It's
Yeah,
a good game.
I really just
it's
like
good.
jazz in general.
Same. Yeah, I'm
True.
a sucker for
Um,
jazz, and I'm a sucker for Mario. So
I like
yeah,
jazz.
Hell yeah.
I've been, really really enjoying it. I'm so glad we because we went to dinner at uh Firehouse, um over by Walmart. We're like, hey, let's have a games up, and they're like, we're closing in 10 minutes. So we looked around a bit, and I'm like, fucking 3D Land, hell yeah, dude. And then Command, because I was like, I that's a DS game. It's new. It's complete in box.
12 bucks,
Uh,
whatever.
$12. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. It, not a bad purchase.
No.
I'll get to it eventually. um, but yeah, enjoying it. Um, and then you know, it's it's just been
No car trouble.
going. No car trouble currently. Yeah, it's great.
I'm knocking on wood to
The
protect
the
you from my
amount
question, but
the amount of money that I you
Dude,
know
I have
s- not save, I guess, because it ends up spent otherwhere, but not have to spend on the car because the car troubles aren't happening right this moment. Amazing.
yeah,
Like
dude.
I know.
I
Do I
think
get?
I took your car troubles because like I forgot what it was called. I had to double check, but I had to get my engine checked because like
It was your
oh check
spark
engine
chain.
light. What?
It was your spark chain, bro.
Oh.
I forgot about the spark chain, dude. I forgot about the spark chain. Also, this is why I don't like Cooper driving fast because he's like, check engine light. I gotta have my engine checked.
Haley literally got in my car to drive it for a little bit. It's like, why are there so many lights? I was like, dude, it's just my Christmas lights. Ignore it.
No,
But no, I'm kidding. I'm
no.
kidding. But no, my check engine light. My dad got it checked today. It's like a $60 or $70 part that we're gonna have to get and like figure it all
Bruh.
out, which is gonna be a lot of fun. That's nothing too crazy though. I was hoping to be an oil change or something simple, but
That's not what check
no,
engine lights are for, bud.
Yeah,
no,
that's a different.
No, it's gonna give you
That's a
a
different
different
light.
light.
That's gonna
yeah,
look like an oil lamp or like a little lamp
Yeah,
yeah.
thing.
Unfortunately.
Genie lamp.
I
yeah.
think I have low tire pressure, dude, but I keep checking my tires and they're perfectly fine, but that light stays on. I don't know what to do about it.
That might just be a sensor fault.
Yeah, it might be a bad
How do
Honestly.
sensor. Also, you might need to
Okay.
recalibrate or something. There might be something you need to do in your
I'll have to look into it.
Also, it's
console.
cold up there, isn't it? So could
It
just be
is
that.
relatively cold, yeah.
It ain't too crazy, but it's definitely colder than for us than it is for you.
Oh,
My hands were
that's just true.
my hands were purple last night, so it might be kind of cold, but
Bro,
It
Again,
might be
damn.
kind of cold.
the fact that
like I
Cooper's
don't know
allowed to
what
drive a
happened.
vehicle is just nuts.
That is so wild.
Legally too.
Yeah,
That is also so
He got
wild.
approved for this.
Yeah, we
Dude,
can't
Coach
do anything
Goolsby
to stop
approves
it.
anybody. To be fair,
Who let this man drive?
Coach Goolsby.
He lets everyone drive. It's not fair.
Bro, I want to add one question to every driver's exam. That is, what does a check engine light mean? And watch how many failures just poosh
It would
skyrocket.
skyrocket.
Yeah, what
Grant
is a
wants to
check
fail
engine?
everyone.
Here's a typical car dash. What do these 3 lights mean that every car has? What do these
Green
3
means
lights
stop.
Green means stop.
mean? Cool.
The hospital's fixing to be the
Yeah.
most happening place in Auburn, Alabama, baby.
Crazy.
So, moving right into download station, then game of the week, Pirates of the Caribbean Online. You can tell
Dude.
crossover with the Yakuza. This is a celebration of that release coming up. It's actually the Legend of Pirates of the Caribbean Online, because it's not the original one anymore. But it's
The original one is dead.
for all intents and
and it has been
purposes,
for a
it's the
long time.
original one. Played that this week.
A lot of fun, actually.
Literally just a fetch quest.
It gives me like
Right.
RuneScape vibes.
It's all fetch quests.
It's all fetch quest.
I love this game purely based on nostalgia. This is a straight up fetch quest, and this is coming from the guy that still actively enjoys RuneScape. And RuneScape is literally nothing but just sit there and click.
But you would still have RuneScape if they weren't trying to make you pay to not
Be
have to
super
play.
Because they weren't getting
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah, but this one is just like there's just nothing, like there's no depth. And that's fine. I think this game is perfect to exist as it is, because really the only point for it to exist is for you and your buddies to get on and play pirates for a couple
Yeah.
hours and go. Like, everybody wants to be on the
Dude.
ships. Everyone wants to go fight. You know, like, screw this quests are stupid. Go here,
The
go
quests are
there,
stupid,
go
but-
here, go there. Kill this thing, go here. Kill this thing, go
no,
there.
specifically
It's-
go back and forth between Port Royal and Tortuga like 8 times.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's fine. I definitely still think it would hold up well enough for a kid to play. It's the same game. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like the one weird thing for me is that they're like, here's teleportation totems. I wouldn't need these if you wouldn't fucking send me back and forth so many fucking times. Because, like, traversing with the ships is actually, like, really solid for a game that came out in 08.
Dude, no, the
Um,
ships is actually so fun. Like, I love being on the cannon.
Yeah, that's literally what you should play this game for, I think, is just go buy, like, play enough of the game to get enough money to get a big ship, and then as soon as you do that,
You
get
don't
on
even
the
have,
big ship.
you don't even have to, like, play the game, like, properly. So the ship I would, because, I thought we were all going to be able to actually play together. So I went and earned enough money by sinking other ships so that we could all, play together after everyone did the tutorial.
Could we not play together?
No, we
You
can.
can, but, like, not everyone could fit on the same ship because the
Like,
the
starter ship
baby
only
ship
has
is very
3
small.
slots.
Yeah, so you have to buy a ship that's big enough to hold all the people that you're playing with.
So
But that's relatively low effort, a couple hours, I
Yeah.
assume, and then you just
not even.
Mm.
Yeah, and then you get on with your buddies and have a couple beers and get on the fucking cannon and start blasting
Fucking-
away.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally the best part of this game. This game would be completely
Like-
worthless if it wasn't for that.
Yeah,
No,
So-
literally, it carries.
Yeah,
Like-
that's very fun. Yakuza 0, or not Yakuza 0. Yakuza Like a Pirate obviously has the best part of pirate games, which is being on the fucking ship and driving it and doing combat.
Oh, that's peak.
And I felt a lot of very similar things when I played the demo with this. Obviously, there's 20 years difference, but like, if you're controlling the ship, you're controlling both sides of cannons in Yakuza, but you can also dismount while it's driving and let one of your other guys drive it. While
But you can go do other things.
you can go
Yeah.
shoot a rocket launcher you have at the other ship,
That's
or you
sick.
can, if your teammates got knocked out because the ship took damage, you can get them back up.
Now, stop
And-
for just a second. As a man, I am thoroughly intrigued with the idea of being a pirate with a rocket launcher, but I have to
Literally.
comment that I don't think that's canonical. I'm not sure. I was not a pirate 500 years ago,
But
so I don't
but
know.
this
But I'm
isn't
pretty sure they did
pirates from
not have.
500 years ago. It's pirates in 2025.
Oh, that's peak.
Okay.
That makes
I
more
mean, I don't
sense.
need much reason. That's more than enough reason right there. It's like, oh, it's just pirates, but it's
No.
actually modern. Okay, good enough. Put me on the ship. Give me the rocket launcher.
But
Bam.
after you've taken in, so like we did a flag raid, but like I don't know if you have to do it, but like the one in the demo makes you do it, which is you get to board the other ship and beat up the people
So
like
like
we
what we
did.
tried to do, but you
What
don't
we
get
tried
to
to
We
do,
tried to
but we
do.
didn't. But we didn't realize how low level we were in comparison to them. That was our
And it didn't
problem.
help that
Yeah.
Alex glitched out when trying to heal.
Yeah, true.
I got him up,
Oh,
but we can't get you up. Oh no.
That was so bad, dude.
Valiant
I
effort. We tried. We killed a couple
yeah.
of them.
If I hadn't gotten stuck on this stupid wheel, we would have had all of them, dude. Because it was just they couldn't. As long as they couldn't hit us, we were good.
Dude, yeah, it became a FromSoft game for a minute. It was literally like just dodge and hit for,
Mhm.
but there was no interest in it in the slightest. It's just
yeah.
Just run away.
as a means of
Yeah.
existence, not as a means of gameplay.
True.
So a lot of
Um,
similar vibes between the two pirate games,
oh
which made
yeah.
me happy.
Which is good. Pirate
No,
games
for
should
sure.
have the same sort of feel.
Like similar
If
vibe.
they don't,
Yeah.
there's a problem.
Like me and Cameron were talking about it earlier though. It's like I feel like Pirates of the Caribbean definitely walks, so games like Sea of Thieves and such could run.
So I can
They're
only
saying
think
a
of
lot.
like 5 pirate games. One's this one. You've got Sea of Thieves. You've got the new one that's about to come out. Assassin's Creed has its pirate game, and everybody loves it.
Black Flag
Yeah.
4.
Kingdom Hearts had a pirate level in 3, and everybody loves it. And then there was one more
That's
that I
not
just
pirate
came
game.
up
That's
with.
a pirate level.
Yes, but
He specified.
yeah, I said level. I said pirate world.
Actually,
Or pirate, yeah, whatever.
Um,
It's something in Kingdom Hearts.
yeah.
Kingdom Hearts. Oh,
Yeah,
and
I got.
the game that everybody hated, Skull and Bones, is
Yeah.
the only other pirate game
I
I
was
can think
saying
of.
like the main the ones I know is Sea of Thieves, obviously.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones, obviously, because that one was popular for the wrong reasons. Black Flag, because I played that. It was huge thing. Um, and Sid Meier's Pirates.
Yeah,
Fair.
I didn't.
the general opinion I see online is that Black Flag is the last like actually perfect quote unquote pirate game. Like
Black Flag
what
is
people want out of a
perfect.
pirate game.
Black Flag has perfect like immersion whenever you're on the ship. Like you feel like you're actually there. But
Yeah.
the actually like using the weapons is kind of clunky in Black Flag. I much prefer the way that you use the weapons in Sea of Thieves, where you like
Uh,
actually are on the cannon. You're actually moving the cannon around, shooting like firing. You have to make the
Yeah,
angle
it's hard to
correct, like
remember
all
that
that sort
Black
of
Flag
deal.
came out like, 12, 13 years
Yeah,
ago, so
but
it's just going to
I
be
don't
more
think
rough around the
either of
edges.
those. I don't think either Sea of Thieves or Black Flag measure up in terms of like making you feel like a pirate when interacting with because like pirate well I'm talking like stereotypical like exploration age pirates, not yakuza where it's like modern pirates, because
Yeah,
obviously
Yeah.
those are going to be
classical pirates.
different sort of but classical pirate game they're going to be interacting with merchant ships, they're going to be interacting with like ships from the crown of like Spain, France, and England who are also out in the Atlantic looking for shit. um
mhm.
they're going to be interacting with like different ports of call throughout the Indies, like the West Indies and the like you know colonies of America, both French, English, and Spanish. They're going to be in like they might interact with the crown some themselves if they're like English sea dogs or something. Those were basically just glorified pirates. But like Civ or not Civ, Sid Meier's Pirates is like the one thing or those the one pirate game that I think actually does that very well, because there are like so many
different interactions that you can have with different ports of call and different people around that time, which obviously it's historically accurate in that game, but it doesn't have to be for a different pirate game. It can be whoever the hell you want it to be. But like having that sort of like interaction with other people and they know you're a pirate, or maybe they don't, and you have to like kind of finagle your way around and lie like a pirate would lie. Like I feel like if you have a game that somehow matches all three of those, like amazing immersion whenever you're on the ship, the way Black Flag does, make you feel like, you know, you're extremely powerful in that sort of way with your crew and your people around you, and you like board, because the boarding sequences I feel like were the best part of Black Flag. And then you have like the actual combat, like ship combat mechanics of Sea of Thieves, and then you have the, you know, like I would say interaction, but I guess it's not really interaction, but the, you know, making you feel like you have like a relationship with the people in the world, like Sid Meier's Pirates does. A
Yeah.
game that combines all three of those, that'd be sick.
Um, there is a game called Abandoned Ship that I have forgot about. I've not played it in a while, but I remember it came out 6 years ago. It's not on sale right now, but it's on Steam. I recommend you wishlist it for when it does go on sale, especially you, Kyle, because I know you how much you like Civ and this kind of RTS thing. It's pirates, but the story is that you are a exiled member of a Kraken cult, or like you decide to leave because you realize
Mhm.
better or something. So you're being hunted by the clan, the Kraken people. They're gonna come kill you, and like the Kraken comes and hunts you too.
Mhm.
But you get a ship, and you can like you go from port to port and fight battles and loot people and can upgrade things, and you get like a crew that you have to pay a salary, and you can make them repair the ship or man extra cannons or do whatever. So like there's overworld navigation with the ship on like a map. It's kind of weird. And then there's RTS in the battle of you managing the ship from like a back view. Like
Yeah.
you have a character and then there's your crew and you tell them to go do different things. It's super awesome. I found it when Pro Jared played it. That's a good pirate game. But it's
I'm
pretty
gonna have to
slept
check
on.
that
It's
out.
not
That
super
sounds.
it's very well
What's
liked.
it
It's
called
just
again?
abandoned ship. There's only 1,000 total reviews, so that tells you how many people don't know about this game. Um, but it's so good. You can, yeah, I just saw a clip that reminded me. You can like ram into the ships and upgrade spikes. You can cover your ship in huge metal spikes, and then make your whole crew brace and prepare, and just ram your ship into them. Oh, it's so
That's really
satisfying.
cool.
It's pretty good. But yeah,
Speaking of pirate games, apparently Sea of Thieves is on sale for $14 right now.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Sea of Thieves
Um,
is on sale.
the problem is Alex's laptop in no way, shape, or
Dude,
form
it
would
would
be able to
literally
run this.
explode on the spot.
Honestly, I don't even know if you'd be able to run this.
Yeah, that's what I was
Sea
looking
of
at. I'm
Thieves is
like,
a big game because it loads.
it's
Like honestly,
100
they could make
gigs.
it. I would say they could make it way smaller, but they have to give you all of the shit to be able to run that entire map at once, and that map is huge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, if look, if there was a way for me to get it on like PS5,
I mean, like
um,
I love the game. I've obviously,
play it with
I
everybody, I
obviously
would
love
do
it because I
that.
have 381 hours of
Yeah,
playtime in Sea of Thieves. Like that is an amazing game,
it's
but
this
it is hefty for sure.
hefty. Yeah, that's why like until Alex and I both get better machines, I'm like,
And Cooper hates
mm,
it, so.
and Cooper hates
No, it's
it.
not that I
Why?
hate
Wait,
it. It literally blue screened my computer every time I launched it.
Oh, I thought you didn't like it.
No, dude. I have like 2 minutes in the game because it never worked.
Uh,
I
that's
would
a
play
shame.
it. Like it looks
that's
sick. I
I
love
kind of
pirates.
I kind of
Uh,
forgot that I kind of forgot that.
it just
Yeah,
doesn't
it just
work
came
on
out
Cooper's.
swinging
it
at
just
him,
Yeah,
dude.
doesn't
That's
work.
kind of crazy.
Yeah,
no, because
literally.
I have another friend that played it and hated it,
Uh,
and I mixed you two.
no. It's not that I hate it. It's literally that I would love
Cooper's
to
never
play it.
gotten
It
to
just
play
doesn't
it.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Nah,
sorry. I'm sorry I lumped you in with a different friend.
No, you're good. I don't care. Actually, I do care. It hurt my feelings.
hater.
Yeah.
S-
Um, yeah, no, it's I like especially if you're like us where not everyone's got a beefy computer, I would say play this as the group pirate game, because it's. I mean, because as soon as Cooper got through the tutorial, we were able to do all the
Dude,
like
it's
actually
fun.
fun
It's
shit.
actually like
Like
the fun
it's
shit's fun.
if you ignore the fetch quest,
The game's actually
it
not
is a
half bad.
decent time to play with friends.
No, for sure. Especially like just going on the sea, bro. Just shoot at every other ship. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a as
I,
purely a pirate fighting game. I'd give it a 7 out of 10, given the time that it came
dude, I was
out.
gonna say 7 as well. Yeah.
Uh,
Like
as an
now
actual game in
standards.
totality, like a 4. But if you
Yeah.
just do the pirate stuff, as a game from like 2009 or wherever, uh, old,
Old,
it's
yeah.
fine. It's fine. It works.
I wouldn't. The Dark Pirates
You can
came out,
have a good few hours with
I
it
think it was
with
like
some buddies,
very early. So.
Yeah. No.
but it's not an actual game.
No, it's very much the game itself is one giant fetch quest, because it was like the entire design
They needed
point.
a reason for you to move a
They
ship, take a ship
they
places.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the obviously, as the name implies, Pirates of the Caribbean. It was supposed to be a movie tie-in for Dead Man's Chest, and it got delayed.
Oh.
But like as a movie tie-in game,
Pretty
probably like a
good. Yeah.
9. Like
Yeah, I guess.
it,
I mean, like on that scale of movie tie-in
movie
games, yeah, I
tie-ins.
give it an
Movie
8
Yeah,
or a 9.
tie-ins.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like as a regular game, definitely not above like a 5 or a 6.
It's
'Cause-
just fun.
But
I
like
liked it.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't call the fighting
The
hard.
fighting
Maybe it
sucks.
gets
I won't
maybe it
lie.
gets better. I got to level 7 in sword, and it was getting better.
Yeah, I was at
Timing
level 6 in
sucks.
swords.
the timing mechanic is definitely interesting for an online game. It
Yeah.
adds like an illusion of depth to the fighting. It's definitely worth trying.
I think as a hack and slash, it'd be like almost perfect.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's like if you got nothing better to do and you want to be a pirate for a little bit,
Without
go
paying.
For
please
free,
go right
yeah.
ahead. Fully recommend, but don't seek it out. Honestly, just
Yeah.
it's
Going out of your way for it, yeah, but
yeah. Don't like you know settle up for a long night in playing Pirates Online all night. Uh,
Yeah.
Unless you're just gonna get drunk and stay up till 4 in the morning with your buds online, fucking blasting away at the cannons.
Right.
Yeah, for
Uh,
free.
Indubitably.
But for like, it's free. It's use the
It
sign up
is what
for
it is. Yeah.
it.
All
It
right.
is what it is.
Okay, on to the tidbits. As we said, we recognize the show's getting long, so we'll be quick about it. Hang with us.
true.
Nearly half of Steam's users are still using Windows 10 with end of life fast approaching. This is not shocking information. Nobody likes
No.
upgrading Windows ever. We went through this whole thing again
With
with
7.
Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 10.
Well, it's crazy because they told all the Windows 7 and 8 users, "Hey, upgrade to 10. It will be the last Windows upgrade you've got to ever do."
Yeah, that was a lie.
Yeah,
That
I
was
say,
a
why
lie.
would people
Anybody
believe
that
that?
fell
They
for
know
the,
technology's
anybody that
just
upgraded
growing.
because of that statement, actually is an idiot.
Yeah,
No,
companies
of
like to
course
lie.
they want you to
Nobody would
upgrade
take
I'm
and
anybody's
gonna-
use.
word for that. There's no way.
I'm gonna campaign to be
that's a
president
stupid
on a
reason
statement
to-
like that, dude.
That's
It'll
a
be so
I'll
easy.
be the last. I mean, the Trump already
upgrade.
did that.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha! Nervous laugh. Moving on. Unearthed 1998. The Sims design docs show the internal debate over same-sex relationships. Programmer Don Hopkins thought that anyone against adding same-sex relationships needed to quote grow up and get a life. Hell yeah! Based in 1998. Let's go. PlayStation quietly removes quote slop shovelware PS5 games following an investigation. Why?
Good.
The Last of Us 2?
Why doesn't Nintendo remove the slop, dude? I'm tired of seeing
Dude, the AI
hentai
slop is
dress
so
removal
bad.
puzzle games. I've had enough. I've had my fill of that on the
I don't
eShop.
ever want my fill of that. I don't want to see it.
No, literally, it's so bad, dude.
I
Like,
think
I
it was
don't-
just after an investigation by IGN found differing approaches to quality control across Nintendo, PC, PlayStation, and Xbox's stores, players believe they found evidence that Sony has removed some questionable developers from the PlayStation Store.
Good.
So it seems like IGN did something.
Somebody's making us.
Yeah, I'm glad
making a
somebody's
step
working on
forward.
it. Somebody's doing something. Marvel Rivals developer says there's currently no plan for a PvE mode.
Fair.
Interesting.
Huh.
One step at a
I
time.
mean, Overwatch's PvE mode didn't ever do that well, so it's probably good that Marvel Rivals isn't gonna fall into that trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Quote, this is no longer about playing it safe. Overwatch 2 game director talks Marvel Rivals and betting big on Season 15. Yeah, we're betting real big on Overwatch 2 Season 15.
Well, you
Who's,
know
who,
it.
I mean,
who signed
Overwatch.
up for that?
Overwatch is
Somebody.
pushing out anything they can to be Marvel Rivals. So like they're pushing out a third person mode. They're pushing out 6v6. They're pushing, or they already had 6v6 obviously, but they're like adding breakable environments like they promised for
Yeah,
Overwatch
just
2 that
hairs on
never happened.
fire. Adding everything you
There's
can.
something else. I can't remember what people were talking about, but
Well, I don't know if betting big on Season 15 is going to work.
right?
Nah, dude, we got to go all
Probably
in on
not.
season 17.
You're right, my
Speaking
fault.
of not working, Xbox sales hit rock bottom after historic 2024 decline. Yeah.
Ooh.
Woo.
I'm not surprised.
We talked about
but
the sales a couple weeks ago, right? Like their overall gaming revenue
Is
was
down.
Up, I think.
no, it was up 2% only because of like Game Pass and stuff. No, the overall
Yeah.
revenue was down. They had just the part about like Xbox Game Pass was up, but everything
Right,
else,
right, right.
the hardware sales were down so much that the overall revenue was still negative.
Right, that's right.
I mean, they didn't really make money on the consoles in the first place. So for them to just sit, that's not good for them.
No, yeah,
Fun
you're right.
fact:
That's how they do that.
PlayStation is actually making a profit on consoles.
Were they making profit on the original one?
Not originally, but they are now.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
I don't remember when they
They
started.
basically just
but I've
sped
seen-
run the revision process to
Yeah.
figure out what's being used, what's not being used. Let's just chop it out now.
Yep.
Ubisoft revenues declined 31% to 990 million euros.
They're dead, Jim.
30%, man, that's huge.
Yeah.
That is
Yikes.
crazy.
Big yikes.
Don't they have their own storefront?
Yes. Ubisoft Plus, I
But-
think is what it is.
But they also
Yeah.
kind of integrated that into Steam because nobody was downloading another storefront.
Yeah, absolutely not.
No.
Astrobot got the 5 new levels that Alex talked about. Special bots also beginning rolling out already.
We love
New
Astrobot.
level entry every Thursday. So number
Right.
2 will be out.
So
in a
last
couple
week we got
days.
one. Yep. Number 2 will be up.
Day after the show comes out.
PlayStation also says it's planning to release more family games like Astrobot. Speaking of,
Good.
Good. Astrobot
Uh,
2.
Dude, I'm not surprised. I mean,
3.
they won Game of the
yeah,
Year.
yeah. Who didn't Cooper put
Oh,
that?
yeah, I
Yeah,
put it. I
Cooper
put
put
it.
the
I put
chat.
it.
Yeah, I was like, this just in: company that makes successful item plans to make more similarly successful items.
I saw that. That cracked me up.
No, legit.
Literally, I love that when a game does well. I'm like, oh yeah, we're making another one, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, no shit, you were, dude.
You don't say.
Really?
You have more money than you know what to do with right now. Of course, you're gonna
Like-
make a second one.
If anything,
Legit.
I just want you kind of, if once you finish all your free levels you've been working on, just release a DLC in uh a big like beefy DLC, so I'm not waiting 20 years for Astrobot 2.
They probably are going to release a big DLC, and it's going to be called Astrobot 2.
True.
You think it will be like Galaxy 2?
Yeah, because Galaxy 2 is
Yeah.
DLC. But it's so much that it's another game size.
True.
So
That's
probably be
the thing
same
that drove me most crazy about Spider-Man 2. I wanted more DLC to go back into the game, and they're like, no,
No, new
we're
game.
not
Why
releasing
new game?
anything else for Spider-Man 2.
Fuck you.
Reports stating Unity continues mass layoffs with abrupt communications and 5 a.m. emails. Things are going great at
Unity's
Unity.
dead.
Unity's dead.
Sounds
Ubisoft's
like
dead. Xbox is dead. Everybody's dead.
Except Nintendo and Sony.
Our new overlords.
All right.
Are they
Don't
new?
you
I feel
dare
like
have a game where you get on an animal in a swift motion.
No. You can't. You also can't switch out quickly.
Yeah.
hey, you forgot our other overlord. It's Valve. It's the three of them, and that really hasn't changed.
To be fair, Valve's only PC.
Valve is
Well,
the good guy.
Valve is the good guy. We
Until
love Valve.
Gabe dies, and then
Yeah, and then we're fucked. Then we're fucked.
then
It's
they'll
so
become
over.
worse than Nintendo and Sony.
Yeah, I'll go the
Yeah.
way of the rest of them. Let's see. Sony's first state of play of 2025 set a record of over 2 million concurrent viewers.
That's pretty good.
That's
Love
pretty,
to see it. PS5 shipments also topped 75 million.
Wow.
We're getting up there.
Nope. If only we would release more games for the PS5.
Golden Sun and 3DS Street Pass OSTs are now available on Nintendo Music.
Golden
Woo.
Sun, good. Street Pass.
Why didn't
I'm
you
glad
just
it's
do all
there,
the,
but it's a
why didn't you
weird,
just do all the
yeah.
menus? Do all the menu music like you did with the Wii. You have them all.
Yeah.
Also, why is
did.
Street Pass by itself?
It had a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I guess,
No, it only had like 30.
yeah, that's a lot for Straight Pass. But it should have just been like, here's all the 3DS stuff and Street
yeah,
Pass.
they're all digital files, bro. You just got a folder with all of them in there. Just
yeah,
drag
right?
and drop. It's 2025, bro. Come on. Or no, forgive me.
All
We're
right.
still using Windows 98.
Like
The
every other
server
company.
98.
Yeah. Wario Land 4 comes to Switch Online expansion pack on February 14th, so it's available now. Wario Land 4 on GBA NSO does support the Japanese-only vertical screen attachment grip for the Switch for the Wario's Home Run Derby minigame.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
crazy.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
Let's see. Resident Evil Reverse is dead. We regret to share that we will be ending all service and support for Resident Evil Reverse on June 29th. Thank you to the Reverse players over the
Dang.
last few years.
That sucks.
Rip.
Hopefully people
That
take
game
the
just never
reverse
got
off.
off its feet.
No, it didn't.
No.
It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Like,
fine. I played the thing.
It needed some work in the demo, dude. Like the beta.
And making it exclusive to 8 was a bad idea.
Yeah.
It had some cool costumes though, and I would like for Capcom to just put those in the regular games.
No.
No.
Yeah.
You're asking for too much.
I am apparently.
The PlayStation Network was down for 20 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Everyone
was...
with PlayStation Plus got 5 more days.
Whoa.
Yay!
If you needed it to just be able to play something, fuck you. Because I did see people complaining
Literally.
that they got nothing for it being down,
That's
even though
crazy, guy.
they had
They
I guess-
should have given everybody Lego Horizon
Dude, that would've been
Zero Dawn.
peak.
People on the Black Friday sale lineup are mad. What is that?
So on Black Friday, you get PlayStation Plus cheaper, and it shows up every year. So people are mad because that has now been pushed off their date because they got 5 extra days.
Oh,
Oh, I see.
so they just got screwed entirely.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I saw one person say they were gonna try to contact support and see if they could not have the extra
I
5
don't give
days.
a fuck.
They'll be like, "What the hell are you on?"
Like they're making money hand over fist because of the deal. They're not gonna
Because you
like, what are
cannot
you
get the
doing, bruh?
PlayStation. The dumb thing is you can't get the Black Friday deal if you have an active subscription. It has to
That is
be
stupid.
And
you have to not have one.
this is exactly why games like Gran Turismo 7 shouldn't be online all the time. Re?
Yep.
Brief.
What do we?
What are we?
All right, let's get moving.
Nintendo is a company that never gets carried away no matter how good things get, says former Zelda and Star Fox veteran. They did
Wii to Wii U.
once.
I
Yeah, I was gonna say they did once.
No matter what, it's crazy.
Almost no matter what. I think
Almost no matter
They do
what.
it. They do a pretty good job, but otherwise,
yeah,
They are still human.
they were stable for a long time, and they stumbled with the Wii to Wii U, and they are like, okay, don't do that ever again.
Also,
Yeah.
DS
Don't
and
get cocky.
3DS, they got cocky. Just like right in there, dude. 3DS and Wii U starts. They got really, really cocky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Xenoblade
nobody's really sure
Chronicles
why.
X Definitive Edition download size will be 13.4 gigs.
When does that come out? I gotta get a physical.
Like March, right?
March, April, somewhere in there.
Is available on March 20th. Okay,
Bang.
that's good.
Oh, Onion of the Week.
Ooh.
I would like to read this as a news anchor because this is hilarious. Gamers' Rights Convention panel immediately devolves into a fiery defense of Lolicon. From Bismarck, North Dakota, a panel titled, quote, "Go Woke, I'll fucking kill you," that took place at the first annual Gamers' Rights Convention at the Bismarck Airport Drury Inn Conference Center, broke out in the
Dude.
most public display of Lolicon defense in recorded history. This was staged by Wokey Alligators, said event organizer Derek Fleegan, known as Buck Chudley on YouTube and X. Quote, "We
Me
came here
too,
to
bruh.
peacefully discuss why people who force woke ideas into games should be killed. That's it. Video games are supposed to be fun, not make you think about stuff. Especially
What
not
the
stuff that makes
fuck,
you feel
bruh?
uncomfortable or like maybe there are things about yourself that you are too emotionally fragile to contend with. And if I were ever to accept myself for who I was, I might actually have a shot at being happy. But as I was saying, once that rabble rouser disrupted the panel, I had no choice but to defend the arts."
Dude, that's
crazy.
absolutely atrocious. What the fuck?
The rabble rouser was Danielle Cooper, the lone female attendant of the convention who shared her experience online. Yeah, it just goes on. There's like a bunch more flavor text about it. At press time, Buck Chudley had uploaded 10 separate videos explaining how none of this was his fault and that next year's convention would take place in another city as all attendees had been permanently banned from the city of Bismarck.
Fair.
Yeah, that one got a
I
good laugh
agree.
out of me. Go woke, I'll fucking kill you. We should make a game convention and name stuff like that.
Woke, I'll kill you. That is the most wild shit, bro.
Yeah, that's good. If I ever were to accept myself for who I was, I might actually have a shot at being happy. But anyway,
But anyways,
yeah. On to the rumors. A Flash game was in the works at Warner Brothers Games Montreal, but scrapped after the poor reception to the movie. A Constantine game was also pitched, but never approved, via Bloomberg reporting. Also from Bloomberg, Warner Brothers video game division faces thin slate, leadership uncertainty, and Wonder Woman issues. So
I'm so mad the Flash game was canceled.
yeah, that's
if you don't
unfortunate.
base it on the movie, it could have been good.
It wasn't based on the movie. They just canceled it because the movie did badly because the actor was a.
Yeah.
Nobody went and saw it because he beat
Was it
Woman.
the Miller guy?
Yeah,
Yep.
Ezra Miller.
Didn't he touch kids or something?
No, he punched a woman, like several women.
Nice.
I don't
Classy.
My lawyer has it. My lawyer told me not to speak.
Crazy.
What a real class act.
Yeah.
New Back to the Future video game in development. I feel like we hear this
Like-
news all the time. There's always
It's 'cause
something
it's
going on with
easy.
Back to the Future and nothing ever happens.
It's easy to go,
Good
look,
Rivers.
Back to the Future. And we go, I'll believe it when I see it.
Like a Back to the Future
Yeah.
video game holds the same idea as like Half-Life 3, not in scope or quality, but in I always hear about it. Never anything actually comes out about it.
Mhm.
Daniel Camillo, contributor at GamesIndustry.biz, says Nier Automata sequel, Fire Emblem remake, new AAA Tomb Raider, and new AAA Castlevania will all be announced this year. Okay, so Nier Automata sequel, a remake of a Fire Emblem game, a new AAA Tomb Raider game, and a new AAA Castlevania game. All
Dang.
this announced this year.
We've been hearing about
Fire Emblem forever.
yeah, we've been hearing about Fire
FE4.
Emblem. Yeah, FE4 was
Yeah.
supposed to be COVID, right?
Yeah, dude. Like forever ago.
And Fire Emblem
'Cause
Engage
it was
is 2 above. It's like 3 houses is 17 or something, and Engage is 19. In like how they name Fire
Order.
Emblem games.
Yeah.
And
Dude, FE4 I think was like rumored since before Three Houses, if I remember correctly.
Little bit after.
Maybe maybe a little after.
it
but
has certainly
it's
been
definitely-
brought up multiple times on this show.
It's before Three Hopes for sure, and it's before Engage for sure.
Well,
I know
everybody
that.
definitely believes Engage confirmed it because Sigurd plays such a big role for his game being 20 years old and not having a remake.
Legit.
And also just not being accessible.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con patent includes illustrations for the mouse functionality, so more evidence
Yep,
that that's
seen
for
it.
sure happening.
It's weird.
Also being upside down.
Yeah,
Explain that one to me.
something goofy.
Mhm.
In 2016, Disney considered buying Nintendo. Okay, this is a worthless rumor. Did they?
No, they did. This is not it belongs in rumor, but it's like they did.
Everyone
But
considers
it's
buying Nintendo.
Everybody wants to buy Nintendo.
That's what I'm
Dude,
saying. Like,
Berkshire
who
Hathaway
cares?
apparently considered buying
Nintendo's-
Nintendo. Everyone considers buying Nintendo.
yeah, dude, you
It's
know
just
how
easy
much money
money.
BlackRock would
It's a
pay to own
cash
Nintendo?
Yeah. Dude, Mad Cats has offered to pay.
It's easy money
Dude, it's literally you print money.
forever
Like Nintendo and Steam literally print money
for different reasons, though.
for different reasons, but
From someone named Ecstasis, but with a 1 instead of an I. According to a Brazilian news website, Game Pass is increasing its price again for all tiers on March 1st.
Why?
Shocker.
numbers
Wait,
go
didn't
up,
they
I guess.
just raise the price?
Yes.
Quite literally.
But they're hemorrhaging money. As
Yeah,
in they're not,
they'll
but
stop
they
beating the
feel
horse when
like
it
they
stops
are.
spitting up money.
They feel like they're hemorrhaging money. They are clearly not, but they feel like they are.
Platinum Games
guess.
has removed Project GG from its website, most likely canceled. Rest in peace. Platinum Games, we talked about them a couple weeks ago, right? They're gonna
Yeah,
go through a lot of
they're
mess.
dying.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
band
Going
editor
through a
director
lot,
left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Died.
I was gonna say
Died.
no, he
I mean-
didn't. No.
He's not dead. I'm just
He
used
just
to.
he
them
just
all.
left, which is putting major constraints on.
It was like also
Platinum.
4 other guys, like big devs there who left. So Platinum Games is dying.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Resident Evil 5
Someone needs to buy
is.
them, and not Microsoft, just to own the rights to their games.
I mean, Nintendo's got to do it, right? We can't let
Yeah,
Bayonetta go to the
Nintendo's
wayside.
got
Please
it.
don't let Bayonetta go to the wayside. That's like top 5 games for me, bro. You can't do this to me.
Also, don't you
You know
can't
how
let
much I
Microsoft
sacrificed?
you can't let Microsoft buy it.
Yeah, no, they'll definitely die.
Look,
Yeah. Gonna
even
be
if
Nintendo, right?
Platinum gets bought out, just let Nintendo have the
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Bayonetta
let Nintendo
rights.
have it,
They
bro.
paid for 2 of the games. Let them have the
3.
right. Oh, right. I forget about that one.
Yeah. Bayonetta 1 or Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta 3, and the Cereza and the Lost Demons.
Like,
They
if
do
Platinum-
not own exclusive rights to Bayonetta 1.
If
No.
No,
Platinum
they
Games
didn't.
were
But
bought-
They
Cereza.
didn't help support it.
Cereza, yeah.
But if Platinum Games sort of be bought out, I want Nintendo to buy them out. That'd be my like wishful thinking.
Yeah, I just don't want to have
We-
Bayonetta games on multiple platforms. I mean, if any, I'd be okay with. I'd trust Sony with it. It would just be annoying
Yeah.
because like now I'm gonna have a Bayonetta game on PlayStation and a Bayonetta game on Switch.
On
But
Switch, yeah.
like I
I
wouldn't
didn't
be
even wanna fund
scared if it
2.
was Sony. It's like a convenience thing at this point.
Yeah.
But if it's not either of them, I've got serious concern.
I'm a bit
Resident Evil
Microsoft
5
is
is
dead.
ESRB rated for Xbox Series. Guess everybody's got to go buy a Series X now. Resident Evil 5.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Woo!
From Nate the Hate, he says that Planet Robobot will find its way to Switch. Yeah, that's one
Kirby.
of the few 3DS games we haven't milked yet.
dude,
Why don't we?
No,
throw
there's
that
a
on the
lot of
Switch?
3DS games we haven't built.
yeah.
The Wii U's the one that's almost done. I would like Samus Returns on the Switch and to control like Dread. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Also, Nate the Hate isn't sure if a February Nintendo Direct is even going to happen.
It's not listed here, but the guy from Brazil says he's pretty sure there is one happening. So, coin flip.
I mean, yeah,
Always
like
is.
I like there probably is going to be one, but it like we don't even really need to care, I think, because nothing that they're going to show is going to be stuff that's really going to get our gears going, I think the big blammies are not going to happen until Switch 2's officially announced. So
Yeah.
anything they show here is going to be stuff that's going to have to be Switch 1 compatible, and I
They
guarantee
could show
you
Metroid though.
they could, but I wouldn't be surprised if they held that to use it as a Switch 2 launch title, and then like, oh, it
Oh, for
still
sure.
runs on Switch. Like they wouldn't want to
With how
spoil
long?
it.
Yeah, with how long they've held on to it, they're definitely making that a Switch 2 launch title.
Yeah.
Prime 4.
We'll make we'll make full use out of the system. Probably not, but like you know,
you know.
maybe it will be a Breath of the Wild thing where it's still not strong enough to properly run it.
Like there's probably going to be like one new game and then another couple ports and then a bunch of third-party stuff. But there's not going to
Mhm.
be anything that's like super grandiose because that's all going to be for Switch 2. Even if it is Switch 1
Yep.
compatible, they're going to want to save it for the hype of Switch 2.
Look, at
Yeah,
this
for
point,
sure.
I'd rather they just not have it direct until the one in April,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, cuz like
At
it's
least-
going to be mediocre.
it has it's required to be mediocre
Yeah.
because all the good shit's going to be in several months from now.
Exactly.
Let's see.
Or a
Costco
couple months, I
Canada
guess.
has a placeholder item that appears to be a Switch 2, priced at $500 Canadian or $350 US. That would be interesting. So maybe
350
Switch
would be
2
goated.
350, Switch OLED 300, regular Switch 250, Switch Lite 150. Hook me up, Nintendo. Give me the 150 Switch Lite. I love a good deal. I don't need to buy another one, but I love talking about good gaming
Dude, I
deals.
do love
Good
good deals.
$150 Switch Lite is banging.
Look, that fits the 2DS slot too,
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
like that'd be such easy, especially like if they're like, oh well, we don't want to make anymore. You still have a shit ton of them on shelves though. If
Yeah,
you
you got to get rid of them.
just if you just
Yeah.
bump it down, you
Right.
Like it'd be
All-
so easy.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yep. Yep.
All the pieces are there. Give it to me.
Just do
Also,
it.
Nintendo Switch 2 units reportedly being sold on the black market for $40,000. Did somebody steal
For
some?
what?
There's no way they've been shipping them out already.
Yeah.
Stolen probably from the factory in China.
Yeah, it has
Also,
to be.
congrats. You're banned for $40,000.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with it?
You can't.
Post
You
photos
can't
online?
fucking.
$40,000 photos?
Legit,
Yeah,
you
'cause
just
you-
have a brick. You literally have a
Yeah, it's not even gonna
PS5.
work.
You gotta wait till someone can hack it for you.
Okay, but then what do you do? Shell out more money?
You have 40,000. You
If
have
you have
money.
40,000 to spend on a brick, yeah.
I guess, but like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't know either. All right, finishing topic for the evening. What video game duo has the best relationship? Romantic or platonic, and why?
Ooh.
It's a Valentine's Day question because I asked it at dinner and I got the question, "Would you like a to-go box?"
That's true. He did. He
He
has a
did.
Me
mom.
too, bro.
And mom was like, "Would you like a to-go box?"
That's hilarious. I love that. I've got a couple. Um, First, I feel like this is kind of a generic answer. I don't really know why I feel that way, but I do. Just full disclosure. Uh, God of War, father son.
That's a
Um,
very cute relationship.
good-
I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
it's cool. I think they do a great job with depicting how a kid thinks and
Yeah.
how they don't understand things in the same way as full grown people do, and like showing him
Yeah.
having to
It
learn
shows
that.
innocent, honestly.
Yeah, like you have to, and that's like the other part of it is like he, even though he's freaking Kratos, he has to learn patience
Like, oh
and
yeah, you know,
you know, stick with it, uh, and not don't kill him, you know.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a two-way thing. I think that's a really good relationship, but that's probably like I don't know. I feel like it's cliche. My other one is I think speaking of Bayonetta, the triple relationship between Bayonetta, Rodon, and the fat Italian guy. I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah.
Um, I think that dynamic is awesome. It's hilarious. They do a great job with that. Rodon is like always ice cold.
Mhm.
And it's a great break in the action with all the talk they have. And I know they aren't involved in too much of it. A lot of it is with the other characters, the other witches, and the guy, whatever his name is, with the hat,
Yeah.
obnoxious. Um, but yeah, those are the two I could come up with when I saw the question before the show. I was like, I think I'll go with that. And
I've got
That's
a
very
few.
fair.
I'm proud of myself for not saying Stardew Valley anything.
Yeah.
What you got, Alex?
So the first one is, I was like, I want a Nintendo one, and I was like, there's some cute ones, and I can name a lot of Fire Emblem ones that have like really cute dialogue. But I was like,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
like the story is kind of around their relationship, and I was like, Skyward Link and Zelda.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
And then Cloud and Tifa from Final Fantasy VII, and Neku and Shiki from The World Ends With You. So
Um,
some more like friendship ones though. Nate and Sully from Uncharted,
Okay.
and just like the group dynamics. Like I don't have really particular one, but just like there's a lot of them from Kingdom Hearts. One of the big things is character relationships and friendships just in that series.
Mhm.
oh yeah. Yeah, continuing off the like group dynamics. Uh Henry, Ellie, and Charles from the Henry Sickman games.
Good little trio.
Really good trio.
I'm surprised you aren't like Joel and Ellie.
Yeah, Joel and Ellie too. Yeah, for sure. And like the Last of Us 1.
I would also consider that one cliche the same way I would God of War. Maybe it's just because PlayStation does that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
like the
I can't figure out why I'm feeling that way.
child figures.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
Persona belongs in like the group dynamics like Kingdom Hearts.
Hmm.
But I feel like that's not surprising because they're gay RPGs.
Surprised you
that's
didn't say
kinda-
something about World Ends with You, Alex.
I did. I said
You did?
Neku and
Oh.
Chiki.
Oh, I was paying attention. I was trying to answer the
Real.
question.
This guy,
I
bro.
literally did.
So
Wow, why didn't you say anything about this?
I did. You weren't paying attention. So true, so true. I would probably say the relationship between Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth. Just
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
those lifelong buds that are just playing things from opposite sides of the same coin.
Yeah, they're
Um,
enemies, but like I don't
but
know. They're
it's
like
only being
self-aware.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
we're friends. We've been friends forever, but
Yeah, like we act like we're enemies because we fight each other every day at our job, but like we actually have a lot in common.
Yeah. And we have high respect for each other. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, they
Oh,
kind of are
dude.
enemies in the first one. They just get over it.
Yeah, in the first one he doesn't have any respect for him. That's kind of how it starts. Like when
Yeah.
he's brand new, he doesn't have any respect for him, but it changes over the games.
Two that just clicked. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, and then Banjo and Kazooie.
What about Donkey Kong and Candy Kong?
True.
Big monkey breasts.
Gay.
And
Gay.
dude, as
Gay.
childish
Furry,
as
more
that
like it.
sounds, you tell me why every time Candy Kong's in a game, she's got huge chest.
No, legit.
Why did they do that? Stop. Someone coded that.
Somebody got paid to code that.
Someone like figured out what that was in hex and put it on a chip for you to see. That's just
Yes.
wild. Why do they do
Right.
that? But it's all I can
Because they
think about
wild.
every time I see it.
They are in fact wild.
Trying to think.
We gotta cover the big friendship. Mario and Luigi, guys.
I was gonna say that as the
yeah.
worst
yeah.
relationship. Shout out to
Really?
whatever.
Dude.
What's that GameCube game? It's a sports game where like Luigi
Tennis,
wins.
where
Tennis, I
Yeah,
think.
Mario.
Yeah.
Mario
rubs
just
his
steps on his
Dude, that's a
foot.
horrible relationship.
That is a
Mario's so toxic.
Yeah,
that
dude,
is a
Mario's toxic
sibling.
as fuck. Luigi's a
That
bitch.
is absolutely a sibling relationship, and not like one you would want young children siblings to emulate so much.
Nah.
Especially
See,
like
I
maybe
think the
modern
movies
now.
nailed their
I've
relationship
Yeah.
better to like all the games, and then the sports are just
Yeah.
Mario's really fucking competitive.
Yeah.
Or Mario's a jackass.
Yeah, dude. Every time you want to hear Luigi's stories in Paper Mario, you fall asleep
You fall asleep.
every single
yeah.
time.
Dude, a
True.
Paper Luigi game would go so hard.
Somebody's making that.
Oh, that's sick.
They're
Somebody.
making a fan game.
I
Of,
shouldn't have
No,
announced
that'd
it.
rock.
I guess
they're making a fan game of it.
That would be cool.
Let's see. No, they just gotta release it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, yeah. Let's
Any
see.
final ones before you call it here?
Kyle, you said any?
Yeah,
No,
Kyle hasn't said any. I don't
He doesn't know what love is.
I'm
think.
actually perpetually alone.
Um,
It's funny because it's true.
I think Mario and Luigi games kind of show a better relationship than the
Um,
other ones.
yeah, that's
Mm,
They
fair.
do.
They, um, I would say like all
And then
those.
3 really
Uh,
does,
I
and
don't
the
know. I
movie
honestly
does.
didn't
maybe
really think about it too much while we were talking. That's on me. Um,
the this is partially just because I see it constantly from the Splatoon subreddit, but like the relationship between like Marine and Pearl, where it's basically pointing at them maybe being together because they're just constantly flirting
yeah.
with each other, like especially in the DLC. I don't know.
I don't know if I like that.
yay.
I don't know if I like that.
I don't.
Correct.
I don't know how I
Correct.
feel about that. To be honest with you, they're squids,
There's
and they're
quiz.
also children.
Well, I mean the
That is
idols
true.
aren't children.
Is that confirmed?
I would think so.
You'd hope so.
I would hope so.
FBI, open up.
Open up. Um,
Um,
hmm. Oh,
mm,
Bowser
Sounds
and Bowser Jr.
gay.
horrible
Another
relationship.
father,
Yeah.
another father son
Father
relationship.
son.
But
I
Guys,
can't.
this
I
is
don't.
supposed to be good relationship. Best from relationship. Romantic
We're
or
Sorry,
platonic.
son. I tried to kidnap you, a mother. I didn't work out.
I failed, brother.
Dude. Oh,
Actually, I really like the relationship between um I think it's 7 and 9, I think. I know 7 is the raincoat girl. I honestly can't remember what
What are you
the
talking about?
dude with the paper hat's name is.
what is bro talking
In
about?
Little
7 and 9.
Nightmares 2.
Oh, okay.
I know that 7 is the girl with the raincoat, with the yellow raincoat. But I can't remember what the dude with the paper hat is.
Hmm.
But they have a pretty cute relationship. Obviously,
Yeah.
they kind of have to because they're getting chased by like these giant fucking monsters. But
You gotta give some breathing room between all those jump scares.
yeah,
Yeah.
I want to
That's
say specific games, but I'm not going to because I'll
Spoilers.
get flack for it. No, not spoilers.
Oh,
Y'all,
No,
y'all don't give a shit about the games I'm talking about.
also true.
I'm gonna just get flack for it.
he wants to talk about FromSoft games and Cookie and Cream
yeah.
relationship.
And
True.
not just from soft games,
Fib?
Lies of P as well.
Oh, okay.
Fair.
Oh, straight trash.
Crazy.
Wow.
You know what? I'm gonna do it because I
Okay.
haven't
I
said
was gonna say
anything
either do
except
it or
for
don't, because
Yeah,
I'm
you got
gonna
it.
we
Yep.
gotta wrap it up.
Do something.
Yeah, we really do.
Lies of P, or the relationship between P and Sophia, because well, I guess it depends on how you play. Because if you play based like as a liar, the relationship between P and Geppetto ends up uh, pretty heartwarming at the end as well. But I think the relationship between P and Sophia is more impactful throughout the storyline. And then in Elden Ring, I really like the relationship between your player character and Melina. Is really, I like the fact that she basically shows up at the very start of the game, makes fun of you, and then is like by your side helping you and giving you like little lore drops throughout the rest of the game until after Fire Giant.
Oh yeah.
When she basically you find out that she has to sacrifice herself in order for you to like basically rewrite history and become Elden Lord, which is it's dark kinda, but it's supposed to be because it's dark fantasy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. And then Bloodborne. You thought you were gonna get a you thought you were gonna get an episode without me mentioning Bloodborne. It's not ever gonna happen.
I guess he's
But
back, guys.
um, there is a character in Bloodborne. I won't go into too big a detail or too close a detail, but um, you meet her at the start of the game, and then later during the game, you find out that her blood has like special healing properties, and um, you basically use her blood at one point of the game to get like a giant buff, and later on, like towards the end of the game, she ends up birthing what's called a Great One, which is basically like this fucking Lovecraftian
What are we talking about?
thingy. It's Bloodborne, but I don't know.
Relationship.
It's okay. It's not a like cute or happy relationship, but it is an impactful relationship, and it's a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I just got thrown off by the birthing part. I was like, What are we-
Lovecraftian horror.
I was like, what are we doing here?
Sorry,
Relationship?
sorry.
Birthing the great one? uh,
It's a special relationship, okay?
I
I
believe you.
didn't say it was
I
good.
believe you.
Okay.
I didn't say it was a cute, happy, fun relationship. But it's a relationship.
Hmm. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for us here. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
listening. We hope you enjoyed this extra long edition of the All Night Gamers
Not sure how
podcast.
we
If you
made it
somehow
long.
made it to the end of the show, I applaud you. We all applaud you, really.
Mhm.
Please share us with a
Indeed.
friend. We post every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, youtube.com/StormwindGames. Anywhere you get your podcasts, you can find us. Add us on Twitter at All Night Gamers with a K. Did you watch the State of Play? Did you see that E3 cringe? Let us know. Did you play Pirates of the Caribbean online when you were a kid? Let us know. And also, what's your favorite relationship in a video game? We will be back next week, as always, for more gaming news talk and discussion. Thank you so much for listening again. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
I
Bye.